This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Anzalone Studios of Arizona, Nick Diaz coming back to the UFC early next year. Alistair Overeem smash. Let's recap the UFC fight night with the MMA Holes. Yeah, Holes. Yeah, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Monday night, episode number 141 of the MMA Holes Hour. JBH, how are you?
Wonderful, wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We had to take some pigeons off our roof tonight. So,
With a hose.
so you know, the pigeons going a little crazy upstairs, having a party on the ceiling and the roof. Not the ceiling, on the roof. So we raised the roof with water, and that's why we're late. I had to spray little son of a bitches off my roof because they're destroying my property. Anyway, we have a lot of things to talk about tonight. Nick Diaz is coming back. My mystical prediction from a little back when,
Yeah.
it actually is coming true. I'm actually shocked. I really thought I was wrong on this one with Nick coming back. A lot of people were like, there's no way.
Yeah,
Nick
I thought you were wrong, too.
Yeah, well, listen, you know, you can't doubt the mystical. Sometimes my predictions, it takes like a year for them to kick in. But yeah, Nick is coming back, and he's eyeballing 170. There's a lot of possibilities. We'll talk about that, as Nick is in incredible shape. And yeah. Also, we had the UFC happen this weekend. Alistair Overeem turning back the clock, getting the job done over a youngster, smashing his face into the mat, and getting another victory, maybe one fight off from a title shot. We have St. Preux, who has the most knockouts in light heavyweight history, getting it done against a Menafield that looked like complete dog shit. And Jess, what would you like to start with?
Let's start with Nick Diaz, Moss.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Cyborg
tried to cut us off.
According to MMA Fighting, there is a report that Nick Diaz is targeting his return in early 2021. Fans could be seeing Nick Diaz make the walk to the octagon very soon. Diaz's manager, Kevin Mabanga. On Sunday revealed to ESPN that Diaz has gone through a 14-week diet and training regimen. The one-time UFC welterweight title challenger has also completed a test weight cut with plans on returning to action in early 2021. The report also states Diaz will be keeping a close eye on some of the big upcoming welterweight matchups in the UFC. On September 19th in Las Vegas, Colby Covington takes on Tyron Woodley in the main event of UFC Vegas 11. The promotion is also targeting UFC 256 for the next 170-pound title fight, with Kamaru Usman facing off against Gilbert Burns. A rematch is also in the works for Jorge Masvidal and Nick's brother, Nate Diaz, in January. Diaz hasn't competed since January 2015, when he dropped a unanimous decision to Anderson Silva, before it was overturned to a no contest following both fighters' failed drug tests. Diaz tested positive for marijuana and was suspended for 5 years by the Nevada Athletic Commission.
Crazy, man.
The ban was eventually bumped down to 18 months in 2017. Diaz was in trouble with the UFC and USADA after a trio of whereabouts failures.
That whole marijuana thing's out of control. They gotta pull that shit together. It's like the Stone Age when it comes to the UFC and marijuana. But Nick is coming back in fantastical shape. Let's go to Ariel's Instagram. I think he's the one that posted this video. Ariel.
Yes. Ariel. It's actually, the link it's in the link too.
HELWANI. Okay, here he is. All right. It's a weird video, but would you expect anything less, when it comes to Nick Diaz? He's an odd individual. Now, I have 2 fights that I want Nick Diaz to compete in. I'm going to tell you in a second what I'd like to see, as Ariel has posted this video over here. Whip your cocks out, boys. There he goes. I don't know, is this a photo shoot or
no, it's just a cell phone video.
It's so fucking weird, man. But I mean, regardless of how weird he is, he looks like he's in great shape. What is he, 36, 7? How old's Nick? Do you know?
No idea.
Pushing 40, but I think he's like 37.
Oh, you know what? I do know.
Yeah, I think he's 37 years
37,
of age.
yep.
And yeah, he looks good. He looks really, really good. Here's what Nick Diaz. This is what should happen with Nick Diaz. You ready for this, Jess?
I'm ready, Moss.
You ready for the mysticalness? Okay. Nick Diaz should fight Conor McGregor. Fight number 1. It should be like a season here. The Nick Diaz season. You know how Conor came in and is like, I got the season, yada, yada, yada. Nick Diaz should have a season. Fight Conor, okay? Then fight Jorge. That is what should happen. 1 and 2, just like that. Now, Jorge Masvidal is supposedly fighting his brother Nate. He beat the shit out of Nate. And honestly, what I'd like to see, Jorge versus Nick, the redemption, defending his brother's honor. I'd love to see that. But I think Nick is not going to move in on Nate's girl. It's his brother, for God's sakes. And it's a nice big payday for his brother. If Nick moves in on that fight, it's kind of a douche head move by Nick.
Did you see, you saw the interview with ARIEL HELWANI between Nick Diaz and Ariel, where Nick was kind of downgrading his brother there. So I think that those two are really tight, but it wouldn't surprise me based on how he talks about his brother.
Yeah, anything is possible, but I think what makes sense is Conor McGregor's sitting around, and let's be honest, he's got his fucking thumb up his ass, waiting for the outcome of the Gaethje versus Khabib fight. I say, fight Nick. You fought Nate. You went 1-1. You might have lost 2 of those fights, but you did go 1-1. Nick coming in instead of having a trilogy with Nate, still a mega fight for Conor McGregor. If you do get past Conor, and that would be insane. We get vintage Nick Diaz, anything's possible. Gets past Conor McGregor, then you set him up against a Jorge Masvidal, who's probably going to mow down his brother again. It just makes total sense. Makes sense for Jorge, too, because it's a lot of money for Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
Now, listen to this, too. Let me throw this at you. No matter if Nick wins or Conor wins in that fight, that can set up a dopey BMF fight with Conor winning or Nick winning against the winner of the BMF Jorge Nate bullshit. Like they could mix and match as much as they would like. I think that foursome makes total sense money-wise. Fuck the regular belt. When it comes to these guys, when it comes to Jorge Masvidal, Conor McGregor, Nick, Nate, real belts don't mean shit at this stage. It means nothing. It's all about the money. These guys could get big bucks, and I think those 4 should dance with each other. Swap girlfriends. What do you think, Jesse?
I'm not opposed to it. I didn't really think about what would be next for Nate in the UFC, so you kind of answered the question for me. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
I saw Drunk Savage said, Tony, no. As much as I would like to see that fight, it just doesn't make sense. Tony can still do the 155. I don't want to see Tony move up to 170 right now. I think that if Tony gets one more win, he's back in the mix, and then those knuckleheads that want to see Tony versus Khabib still have a chance. If Tony wins his next fight, which looks like it's against Dustin Poirier, it's not set in stone, which is weird.
Do you think Tony's going to win against Dustin Poirier?
I think it is a winnable fight. I just don't know what kind of Tony's going to show up.
It's going to be the same Tony that showed up in the last fight, Moss.
Really?
Listen, I believe that the El Kukui that we're used to seeing is long gone now. I don't think we're going to get the same El Kukui anymore.
It's one fucking fight.
It wasn't
a fight
the fight
where he cut weight twice.
It wasn't the fight. He had, not only had he had injuries and was he put on the shelf for a little while, he had a huge mental breakdown, put on medications, which does affect your performance. And then those medications were changed up. The guy is not all there anymore. And I honestly don't think his focus is the same as it used to be. And those are all huge contributing factors for why he's not the same El Kukui.
So, all right. So do you want him to fight? Do you think he should fight Nick?
No.
Me neither.
No, but
doesn't make any sense.
But
yeah, I think the foursome party, yes. Now, what if he bypasses this whole logic that we have And what if he decides to say, I want that strap. I can beat Kamaru Usman. Do you think he's going to try to make a run at a belt in his comeback?
Yes. Yeah, he already said he was looking at top level in the division. So, yeah.
So this is Nick Diaz's path to the belt. You fight Conor McGregor. You beat Conor McGregor. Then you fight Jorge Masvidal to avenge your brother's death. And then you fight Kamaru Usman. They would throw him right in. I think that would be great. Does Nick have 3 fights in him?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's only 37.
37 years old, had a lot of time off. So we'll see. Let's see what the chat says. I mean, these are my thoughts over here, and that's all that really matters. But I guess we could listen to you guys. What do you say?
Yes. Gaethje is just a bad matchup. JBH, Tony's known to be hit a lot, and Gaethje is powerful and calculated. Life and Logic says, preach, Sean. Kevin Lee, Nick already beat Anderson Silva. Life and Logic twice in 3 weeks. Slipstream says, retire. The Double Champ says, Nick will never beat Drunk Savage Justin. If he's just looking for money fights, it does. Justin Gorley says, yes, beat McGregor, Masvidal, and Diaz too. And Usman, Diaz brothers on top. Kainoto says Usman will turn Nick into a churro. Not even fair. Trisket Ferguson says, Ferguson's still the second scariest matchup at lightweight for anyone. Roberto Lopez says, Moss, you're supposed to take this Monday off.
Oh, okay. I'm out of here, Jess. Just kidding.
Wonderful.
Shamalama Dang Dong. I hope Tony wins. Tune-up fight against Pettis says Pale Monkey. Conrad says Greg's mom wins.
Yeah, I don't know. You got Conor, who's been shelved for a while here. I mean, he got that Cowboy fight from many moons ago. That seems like it makes a lot of sense. You know, I think Conor beats him. I do think Conor beats him at this stage. A 37-year-old guy that has brain damage. But who knows? I mean,
yeah. Listen, we haven't seen Nick since that fight that I had mentioned. So, I mean, for all you know, he could come back twice as good as Conor.
Imagine you turn if Nick loses. You know, Conor might just fucking give the dude a rematch or some shit just to make a whole bunch of money, turn it into like another Nate thing, you know? And Nick could just cash in on that crazy shit. The thing that makes total sense is Conor. It makes complete sense.
Now, here's the question is, does Conor come back for Nick?
I mean, he doesn't have to. He could legit just sit around on his Irish ass and wait for the winner of Khabib versus Gaethje. Yeah, he could just sit there and just chill. He could, and a lot of people are not going to like that. You know, I could see how people can get on him for that, but he legit can just. He did what he had to do. So he could be like, nah, I'm going to kick my feet up, and I know Khabib is not fighting GSP. Khabib's going to retire with me. I know that's what's probably going through Conor's mind. If Conor really thinks he's going to be doing this badass shit, fight Nick, man. Welcome Nick back to the UFC. That's what I think. All right. Let's see what else you got here in the chat, and then I guess we'll move on. By the way, we have I was going to say 108.
Yeah.
We have 1 hour and 8 minutes to add on a rollover from next week. So hello, boys and girls. We're saving no matter what. 1 hour and 8 minutes extra tonight. So thank you again for last week's wonderful, wonderful donations.
Wonderful.
All right.
All
back
right.
to chat.
Kainoto says saying Conor will beat Nick isn't really saying much. It just shows that some people are acknowledging Conor's lack of talent and skill.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
You hit the nail on the head.
Masvidal destroys Nick. Do Nick versus Anthony Pettis is Aiden.
Yeah, I don't. Nick versus nah. I just go nah with that. His brother smashed Anthony Pettis. Why? Why do you want that? Like, I in no way want that fight. Do you want that fight? I mean, you know, Pettis Showtime makes things interesting, but
it would be a pretty entertaining fight.
Fuck would want that.
Right?
Would anyone want that? Pettis versus Nick Diaz. Right now, Pettis is in limbo, by the way. Isn't it crazy that Pettis is like a tune-up fight for people now? Now people are the former champion, Anthony Pettis, Showtime, who is the only guy to ever knock out Wonderboy. He's like I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Nick Diaz beat Anderson, says Kevin Lee. Flatter Thinking says Pereira or Stockton, who slaps better? Kevin Lee and my guy George is so. Flatter Thinking Nick would smoke Pettis. Nick versus Pettis, says Justin. Wonderboy says Drunk Savage. Slipstream says book it. Flatter Thinking Nick versus Robbie. The Double Champ says Stockton. Flat Earth LOL.
What, a rematch?
Zen says Nick versus Robbie. Cayman Ryder says Nick Diaz versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Robbie, I don't like either, man. This Robbie Lawler is just like, I don't think it does anything for Nick. Nick's got to come back for a big money fight, you know? That's what he's got. He's got to come back for either a quick pass to a quick run to that welterweight strap, or big money, big bucks, BMF type stuff. You know, that makes sense. If you fight Robbie Lawler, could you imagine? Like, I don't think he loses to Robbie, but imagine Robbie beats him.
Well, I mean, based off the Robbie that we've seen as of late, that's probably not going to happen.
We don't know what. Listen, the last Nick Diaz fight we saw wasn't the Anderson Silva, right? Wasn't that the last one? And that was horrific. Do you guys remember that one? That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life.
Well, and they both popped. So
Nick Diaz fucking on the floor taunting him. What were there? 3 strikes thrown in that fight? That fight was horrific. So if we see that Nick Diaz, yeah, maybe Robbie beats him. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see. Go to Nick Diaz.
What kind of Nick Diaz do you think we're going to see?
It's got to be better than that. I mean, Nick Diaz was terrible.
He's had plenty of time on the shelf, and if he's been spending 15 months, what was this? How many months did they say? I think, was it 15 or something like that? That he had a whole regimen changed. This
video is hysterical. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Like, what is he doing? What's going on? He looks so confused. What are these fists? Why am I stepping so awkwardly? Look at him. Why am I shaking? I don't know what's going on here. He looks like my brother. My brother used to twitch when he was a kid. He looks like he's twitching, right? He's like, what's going on there?
Your brother used to twitch like that?
Well, not like that. I'm exaggerating. But what does he have? He has you ever see a kid that's nervous, like a little nervous kid? He looks like he's nervous.
Shopping during a pandemic.
I don't know what Nick's coming back.
Conor versus Nick breaks the 2 million buy mark.
Whoa.
It's a fight made for casuals and also a fun fight for MMA fans who know the sport. Nick carries Laura especially for the kids who never saw him fight live. If I'm Dana, I make this fight. Nick will bring it.
Thank you. All right. I was making gestures for Jesse to turn the camera on and off. We have to fix the camera. Thank you over there, Kainoto. Kainoto, I appreciate it. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
As we got technical difficulties. Yeah, you got to turn that thing on. Turn it off and on. There you go. Turn it on. All right, we're going to fix this up. We're going to fix it. I hope we're going to fix it. Well, that didn't work. Hold on a second. Let's see. Wait for it. Deactivate. Activate. Ooh, should we do it like this? This is kind of creepy. Yeah, it's sexy. What do you think, Jesse? Should we just do it like this?
Yeah.
So every time we go to that screen.
Do it.
Hey, guys.
Do it.
Hold on. Oh, boy.
You didn't check this, Moss? Shame on you.
There we go. Listen, I got everything fixed around here. Anyway, let's go back to what Kainoto said. Could you I'll replay it. Give him his respect, for God's sakes.
Respect, Kainoto.
Poor Kainoto.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Conor versus Nick breaks the 2 million buy mark. It's a fight made for casuals and also a fun fight for MMA fans who know the sport. Nick carries Laura especially for the kids who never saw him fight live. If I'm Dana, I make this fight.
Yeah.
Nick will bring it.
Yeah,
Big
it's also that nostalgia too that's going to bring a lot of MMA fans back to watch it.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think it's going to be a huge money fight.
But think about how many people came in when Nate Diaz fought Jorge Masvidal. A lot of freaking new people jumped in, became MMA fans because of that fight. It'd be like, what? Nate has a brother and he fucking twitches? I got to watch this guy fight. Look at him. I don't know what's going on. Or maybe because he cut all that weight, maybe he's a little wobbly. No. But yeah, it'd be a pretty big fight. Talk about money. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next story.
Justin, your shirt's on its way.
Oh yeah,
you.
Did he send his thing?
Yeah.
His info? Okay, so Justin
Shopping during a pandemic.
Get himself a Carnage shirt.
Nick looks like he caught rockolditis. He looks like he's thinking about throwing a kick or posing in some cool fashion and then changes his mind. He's in damn good shape though.
Yeah, he's in good shape. Yeah, what is he doing? Like he's got some sort of kung fu stance, and then he starts wobbling, and he's like, "What are these hands? Why? What's at the end of my wrist? Oh, was that a hand? What is that thing? I'm not sure. Let me just shake it around. Am I posing? Why am I short? So I don't know what's going on." All right, that's my breakdown of that.
So you're gonna have to scroll up. Ben Askren's reacting to the Nick Diaz comeback news, so he has some things to say on this, Moss.
You know what? It does. He's funny, Ben, but is he sort of irrelevant yet? Like isn't it like Ben? He's kind of the laughing stock. Like he comes in, he had all this stuff to say, looked like a complete trash bag.
Well, I think because he's still like toys around on Ariel's show, and Ariel's the one who tweeted out the news first. So I think Ben, like, just in second nature responded to one of Ariel's tweets with his opinion.
Okay, let's see what he said. Let's see if it's funny. He did the thing about like Sean O'Malley where he was recovering and he was busting Sean O'Malley's balls, but I don't know. I feel like he's like kind of lost his luster, Ben.
Well, go to Ben's Twitter. It did not take long for Ben Askren, one of the most outspoken figures in the sport, to chime in on this Nick Diaz news. Askren shared his reaction on Twitter and somewhat surprisingly conceded that he's in for a Diaz comeback. He said, "There are just some guys people will watch no matter what, even if they haven't won a fight in almost a decade. I'm in for a Diaz comeback."
Well, how about, doesn't Ben had hip surgery, right? He's recovering from that. How about he fights
It's kind of a funny little shot, but at the same time, like, he's in. You know? I thought it was a pretty witty little remark.
I'm telling you, I cannot take Ben Askren. It's Bionic Ben, so he changed his name because of he's recuperating very fast from his hip surgery, apparently. I can't take him serious. Like even his humor.
You're not supposed to. He's just a jokester. Like,
no, but I can't even take his jokes seriously. Like I can't even do it because I just feel like they fall flat.
I like.
All I think about is Jorge's knee going through his face.
I like him.
Like Darren Till. He's taken losses in a way where it's respectable. You know, like he's gotten his ass whooped, and he got his ass whooped by Jorge as well. But I guess because Darren's still fighting and proving that he can actually compete in the UFC, so his shenanigans, even if he wins or loses, it doesn't matter. He's funny, and he's proven he can do it. Ben Askren really hasn't proved he can do shit in the UFC. So when he says these things, I'm kind of like, I don't know, Ben. I'm not sure if that's really that funny. Even his little shtick with his fake son. What was that kid's name?
Oh, Chase Hooper.
Yeah, Chase Hooper.
That was funny.
Like, but did you see the whole Instagram bit? Like he was playing it up with Ariel. The Ariel thing was funny, and then he shows the video, and the video just falls flat. It's just not funny.
I mean, it was pretty funny.
I don't think so. I'm not into it, Ben. I'm off the Ben wagon.
I almost fell for it before I realized it was Chase Hooper.
The Hooper, when he walked onto Ariel real quick, Ariel's reaction was very funny. Yes, but what I'm saying is, did you see the video that Ben posted? Like the actual, like what he was doing with Chase? Like the little bits where Chase was wrestling? I showed it to you.
Oh, I don't.
And yeah, it wasn't funny. That's why you don't remember it. I don't know.
Did you show it to me?
I did, yes.
I don't think you did.
It's all right.
I think you're making things up.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys find him funny? Is it worth your time? Bionic Ben? Maybe if he keeps doing the media thing, you know, we all forget what happened in the UFC, and maybe he can be funny that way. I don't know. But he doesn't tickle me.
Doesn't tickle your fancy?
Nah, I'm not tickled at all.
Ariel's a dipshit, says the double champ. Justin Jr. says, not finding your channel. If your editing was so good, your channel should be popular enough to show the search bar, Roberto.
Well, hold on a second.
Tired of MMA media playing up these stories, like Nick Diaz, that will ultimately result to nothing.
So you don't think he's coming? You don't think he's coming back, huh?
I mean, it was his coach speaking on his behalf.
But what about this video makes you think he's not coming back? Like, I mean, look at this. This is a man that's ready.
I mean, his manager, not his coach.
I think he is coming back. I got to stick with my prediction, though. I got to keep going with it and hope it happens. But I think he is. All right. Thank you, Yeet. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say he is. Let's see. The real joke is his stand-up, says Stugatz. Kainoto Ben is deadpan humor, but he misses more often than not. I think his brain damage affects his humor.
He does talk like he has brain damage.
I don't care if he's coming back. Who cares, says Yidiot. Not ready, says KC. He needs a paycheck, says Double Champ. Duke Chronic, is it Nick Diaz? Yes, Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
Cool Man says, hi. Hi, Cool Man. Roberto is talking to Justin. Kevin Lee says, who's his coach? Fire Thing says, that's after an all-nighter with Drunk Savage. Big Polly, Nick is fake news. Nick Diaz is running out of money, says Life and Logic. Justin Rosenbaum says, Nick Diaz Army, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean,
Wonderful.
he's probably doing it for the cash. Ariel said something about, possibly, because of the whole COVID situation, he can't go out and party and all that stuff. So he decided to take it serious and start training, and he was able to hit the weight he desired. And now he's like, yeah, I'm going to do this video and stumble into the camera.
He didn't stumble into the camera.
Maybe you have him fight GSP.
What? If GSP ever comes back, it'll be for one fight only, and that's going to be Khabib Nurmagomedov.
That's not happening. GSP is not fighting Khabib unless Khabib nuts up and goes up. Not happening.
At 155.
Nuts. GSP's got, Khabib's got to nut up. If he doesn't nut up, he's got to shut up and fight Conor. All right, next story. Oh, again.
Alistair Overeem fires back at Derek Lewis for talking crap during the UFC Vegas broadcast. Did you know about this, Moss?
What did he do? He took a crap?
Derek Lewis was talking crap.
Oh, I thought he took a crap.
According to Bloody Elbow,
Wonderful.
Derek Lewis talking crap about Alistair Overeem during the UFC on Vegas 9 broadcast didn't go unnoticed by the Demolition Man. Lewis, who is scheduled to fight Overeem's teammate Curtis Blades at UFC Fight Night 185 on November 28th, repeatedly dissed Overeem on social media despite the Reem beating Augusto Sakai via 5th round TKO in the UFC Vegas 9 main event. Derek Lewis tweeted, I got Sakai 10-7 just because Overeem running his mouth. Lewis followed up by scoring the 4th round 10-8 for Sakai despite the fact that only 3 rounds had been completed, and then late claiming that Sakai had won all 4 rounds.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
Overeem was quizzed about the Black Beast's comments at the post-fight press conference and responded with the following statement. He said, definitely, when asked about whether or not he'd be interested in a potential fight with him. He said, Derek Lewis is just talking crap. My teammate Curtis Blades is going to destroy him, and I'd be happy to kind of do that after Curtis first. Before there's any more serious talk about Lewis, however, Overeem will be returning home to spend some quality time with his family. He said, no preference. You know what my preference is? Quality time with my girls. I've missed them. Camp is gruesome. Separated for 8 weeks. I kind of do that on purpose to get extra hungry, extra motivated. For now, I'm going to fly back early tomorrow and spend some quality time with them, and then we'll figure it out.
Figure it out. All right. Yeah, I think Alistair does get back pretty quick, though. 40 years old. He could be a fight away. Spend some time with your family, heal up, and boom, right back in. Right back in the mix. Derek was trolling. He's trolling him. He's been trolling Alistair for a little bit.
If we're speaking in terms of Alistair Overeem coming back, he is interested in Jairzinho Rozenstruik and running that
rematch.
fight back.
Yeah, I saw he said that. He's not, though. I saw the interview. He post-fight press conference. They threw Rozenstruik at him, and he says, I beat him already. That was his first reaction. But he's like, listen, if that happens and they want to put it together, he's like, I'll fight him again. He has no problem doing that. But he already said, he's like, he goes, I beat him. Even though he got knocked out, he's like, I beat him. I don't have to do that again. So he kind of can sidestep the Rozenstruik fight the winner of Black Beast versus Blades, and then be right back into the mix again. Now let's talk about that. The main event, Saturday night, Alistair Overeem, at 40 years old, mounts the comeback win over Augusto Sakai. Now I wasn't surprised.
Augusto? You mean Augusto?
I don't care. No one cares about this guy. He's a can. Let's be honest here. Right? He's a fucking can. Everyone was all up on this guy. Contender series, working his way up. Watch out, this kid's good. Yeah, he looked good the first couple of rounds. But Alistair was toying with him, just waiting for him to get tired. And then he just fucking killed him. Killed the man. I don't know how good this guy really is. Let's see, how old is he? He's 29. Come on with this guy. Stop it. Just stop it, Augusto. Stop it with this guy. Alistair now is back. The Demolition Man gets the job done. And I got to say, it was exciting. It really was. Alistair was at 4th round, started the party, and then 5th round gets it done. Complete turn of events as he was just destroying Sakai's face, like just completely mutilating this man.
Yeah.
So Alistair does a fantastic job. One fight away, this man will be fighting for the heavyweight strap.
You think so?
Yes. 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 Anyway.
What if the UFC turns him into a gatekeeper, Moss?
Gatekeeper? What are you talking about, Jesse?
What if the UFC does that? What if the UFC turns him in?
Alistair already is a gatekeeper. What do you mean turns him in?
Well, no, not if he's fighting for a strap. You say if he has one more fight and he wins, he fights for a strap.
The reason why I can't go full-fledged Alistair a gatekeeper, because if you look at the fucking man, this guy's a legend. This guy's fought everywhere. He's just a fucking stud. He's a stud. He could never win a belt. He's kind of like in Cowboy Cerrone territory, but did it at fucking heavyweight. You know? Like at the toughest weight class ever. The guy did it all over the place. He jizzed all over the world.
I see a lot of tossed opinions in the chat, too.
What's that?
Some people think that he's going to get the belt. Some people think he's not going to get the belt.
I think he will. I do. Now, it's a tough road because you do have Francis who fucking made his head a Pez dispenser, you know? So that's a problem. You have John Jones floating around. You have Stipe Miocic, who is the stud on top. So you got some people to get past. But let's see what happens.
I don't know if I'm buying it. I'm gonna say UFC gatekeeper at the heavyweight division for the rest of his career.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. He won't win the belt. Yes, I'm with Drunk on that. I don't think he's gonna win it, but he's gonna get another shot. He's gonna get another crack. He's gonna get the crack, Jesse.
Glocktober says Henry Solstice. Canada says Moss, no way. LOL. Alistair won glory. Cowboy couldn't win the big one.
That's true.
The double champ says Reem would have to get by Francis again. I don't see that happening.
And Stipe again. Remember Stipe beat him. By the way, Stipe, that fucking fight. I mean, do you remember that one? When he fought Stipe? That was fire. Stipe was in trouble.
Fuego.
Stipe was wobbled in that fight. That was a great fight. How long ago was that?
Anonymous says, love Alistair, but he's not winning against Stipe.
Yeah, first round. I remember this fight here. I watched at V-Neck's house. I don't know if the MMA holes were, I think we were intact here. Wait, what was the date of this fight? Did we stream this?
September 10th, 2016, Moss.
And when did we? August, September. Yes, we did stream this. This might have been our first fight buddies with V-Neck and the Pigeon and Diaper John. Yeah. And I remember I was going crazy because I picked Stipe in that fight, and I was going nuts. Everyone else was picking Alistair. Rightfully so at that time. But yeah, Stipe got the job done. Good fight, though. It was crazy, man. That first round was nuts. Anyway, I would like to see Alistair fight for that strap. I'd like to see him, at an advanced age, give it one more go. I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Man, Jesse.
It's not going to happen.
You got to remember that.
Listen, if it happens,
it's heavyweight.
I would be thrilled. I'd be like, what the fuck? It'd be exciting. It'd be very interesting and fun to watch. But listen, let's be a little more realistic here at where the UFC is aiming with the heavyweight division. And it's not towards Overeem. That's not where they're aiming.
You wouldn't want to see Alistair versus John Jones?
Yeah, like I said, I think it would be extremely exciting. I just don't know if the UFC would put something like that together.
I'm telling you.
Because you still got Curtis Blades up there, Moss.
So, okay. I believe the Black Beast would beat...
And Francis Ngannou.
I believe the Black Beast would beat Alistair Overeem if they fought. But...
Okay.
I don't think Curtis Blades beats Alistair. I don't.
What?
Yep, I don't. I think Alistair could beat Blades.
How does that make any sense?
I think he could beat Blades.
Do you think the Black Beast could beat him, but not Curtis Blades?
Yes, I do. I think that
Why?
Curtis Blades is going to try to blanket the man. Alistair can beat you on the ground. He could beat you on the fucking feet. The guy's too smart. I believe Alistair could beat Blades. Yes. But I don't think he could beat the Black Beast. I think the Black Beast will knock his fucking head off. I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to disagree with that.
But Blades is going to fucking beat the Black Beast. He's going to beat him.
That doesn't make any sense. You think the Black Beast can beat...
I'm not talking about MMA fucking math. I'm talking about matchups. The Black Beast versus Curtis Blades is a problem. Being a Black Beast fan, I know he's got all the knockouts in heavyweight, but I think Curtis Blades is going to drag Lewis down and fucking hump him for 5 rounds. Or whatever. I don't know if they're going to headline or what. I don't know. I think at this stage, I think Alistair can get the job done. I do.
I don't know if I agree with you.
I'm telling you, I think he can get it done. I think he can get it done. All right, let's see what the chat says.
Okay. Eddie Machete says, Figueiredo Cody, I'm going to knock you out. Justin Gorley says, Moss, nope. Johnny Cordone, fuck your donations. Kainoto says, Lewis is going to catch Blades and knock him out. Crazy HD Video says, Jones versus Overeem will be fire.
Man. I fucking hope Lewis does, man.
Kevin Lee says, I trained with Alistair once when he visited Montreal. He ain't no joke. Johnny Smith says, Moss, nope. Slipstream, thought they fought already. Kainoto Blades will try to punch with him and will get slept. Gio the Great says backwards. Dude Chronic Alistair has 2 in a row now. David, bring Nate out of retirement. We want Nate. Drunk Savage says, I am the liquor. Life and Logic Gingers hate to agree. Got a lot of Nate fans in here.
I got to say this too. And to the people.
A lot of Nick fans too.
Yeah, Nick's he's a fucking legend. He's a stud, Nick. Although he hasn't really looked good in a long time. Listen, I believe this Alistair Overeem is a different breed. I believe that this guy, if you notice, he always adjusts his fights. The guy, he can beat you anyway. Curtis Blades is a one-trick pony. He's going to drag your ass down and he's going to fucking do the damage. I think Alistair can readjust and get the job done. I really do.
Readjust how?
Against Blades.
What, readjust
I think
to put
he
it
can
back
keep it
on
more
the
on the feet. I think he can stuff the takedowns.
I don't know if he can keep it on the feet.
And I think he can clip him. He can clip him with a knee. He can fucking get him up against the fence and do work to the body.
He's really good with the knees. But
I think he could.
I just feel that Curtis Blades' ground game is just so it would be so difficult for I get what you're saying if Overeem had the opportunity to, like, say, inside the clinch or something to slip out and maybe keep it on the feet. But I'm thinking if Curtis Blade gets him to the ground, it's just going to be the whole round on the ground. I don't think Overeem can slip out of that much power and pressure.
Oh, well.
He's not even listening.
I mean, listen. That's just my opinion. Heavyweight division is tricky. It's very tricky because you have the threat of the knockout. You have it's such a, like, a guy like Alistair who could do it anywhere, I think and his experience, I think, could go very far, where he sits. I think it's a 3-fight thing, right? Or 2 fights. He wins his next fight, he can get a shot at the strap. Curtis Blades, he's fumbled multiple times. Ngannou has scorched him twice. I believe Blades is very beatable. I think Alistair's could be a problem in the rematch. I do. But listen, you got to get past Derek Lewis. You got to get that done.
We'll see, Moss.
Just a hunch, man. Just a hunch.
You get this look on your face like, it's just a hunch.
You know why? Because when it comes to, like, main events and everything like that, I'm never wrong. Ever.
Yes, you are.
Main event Moss never goes wrong. I haven't had a main event wrong in forever, Jess. I can't even remember.
Yes, you did.
When?
This weekend. You picked Sakai.
I picked Alistair Overeem by finish. I picked the second round, though.
No, you didn't.
Ooh. Sorry, Jesse. Yes, I did.
I swear to God, you picked Sakai.
All right, you want me to show you? Well, now God's going to strike you down, Jesse.
I mean, I don't swear to God. Sorry, I didn't mean to say
that.
that.
The Lord Jesus Christ. May he strike you down from the heavens.
Picking Sakai.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
May he strike you down.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Jesse, listen.
I don't
when it comes
know
to the big dance.
I remember someone, I don't know. I remember Sakai. All right, forget it.
I do like it. I like Alistair, making another run. I'm into it.
Fuck.
Makes it interesting. All right, so let's move on to the next fight over here. And how about Ovens? Now, I shoot the bet on this one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I was picking St. Preux to the fucking face-off. And I'm looking at him like, you know what? I'm going to go with Menafield. I think he's going to knock his head off. And then what happens? St. Preux does what he's done more than any other light heavyweight. Knocked him the fuck out. Just took his soul with a counter strike, puts him out. See you later, Menafield. And yes, Menafield is probably a little overrated.
You got a little too comfortable inside the range there, Moss.
You know what? You say inside the range a lot. I want to get a JBH inside the range shirt.
Why?
Like, have your face and be like this. And then just say inside the range. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You got inside the range.
Like that political picture, that guy with the
Jesse inside the range hill.
Like the guy who comes out like this with the American flag hat on.
Yeah. Inside the range. Would you buy it? See, look, Justin would buy it. I got DC versus Stipe.
Inside the range.
But here's the thing, Justin. Think about this. I tell you, never listen to me when it comes to Conor, DC, Uriah Hall, who else? The Black Beast. I pick those guys, those 4, every fight. If you want mysticalness, stay away from my picks with those fights. I'm always going with those guys. No matter what, I'm going. Even if I think Conor's going to get smashed, I don't care. I'm going with Conor. I'm just going to do it. That's my fan. That's my 4 fan right there. By the way, a lot of black guys in that mix. I need more white guys in my guarantees. That's when I put my fan hat on and it's like, fuck all of you. But, all right, yeah, so St. Preux looks great, man. That was a nice win. He looked very confident, very patient, waited for the opportunity, took his life. Here we go. Let's talk about this man. Let's talk about this fucking man over here.
Oy vey.
No, I got Edgar in that. Jesus, Justin. Justin, you could keep trying, but main event Moss is always right. I picked Frankie the answer. Edgar by a decision. Got it on the fucking head. Everyone was going Munoz. Not this guy. All right. Pereira. Michel Pereira looked very good against Zelim Imadaev. Calls out Jorge Masvidal, was fucking kissing or spitting in his hand and slapping Imadaev. So much fun. So much fun watching this guy fight. Really. I'm glad that he bounced back because there have been some times where he just shit the bed, looked like complete trash. Like the flashy stuff fell off, got gassed out. That's it. Lost to Diego Sanchez. Lost to Tristan Connolly. The Connolly one shocked the fuck out of me. But this one here, Zelim Imadaev, retools, resets, and looks fantastic. Looked big, strong. His cardio held up. Dude was slapping the man. Just straight up slapping his opponent. Loved it. Loved every minute of this guy. Is this guy a champion? No. Not yet, at least. But he's fun to watch. And that's all I can ask for. A fun MMA fighter inside the UFC cage, just putting on a show. This guy's bouncing off the freaking chains. Superman punches. Freaking cartwheels from all over the place. Looking at his hand, kissing it. Slap. That's it. So let's see what's happening with Michel Pereira. What's next for this guy? What do you think in the chat? Is he the real deal, or is this just him just beating up on a Russian can? Let me know in the chat what you think.
Justin Gorley says he whooped his ass. Flat Earth Deacon Zelim deserved them slaps. Aiden Oliveira, he didn't really lose to Sanchez. Justin says you got Edmund Brunson wrong, bro.
Hey, Justin.
Justin, what are you hunting for?
See how hard you got to try. You're right about that one. See how hard you got to try, though. That's the thing, man. When you're talking about me, you got to dig to find me wrong. You got to dig. I'm not right in front of your face. I'm mystical like 99% of the time.
It's like an Easter egg.
So you keep digging for that treasure.
All right.
Yeah, that is correct.
David Oaxaca says, I wonder if the UFC ratings are beating the NBA or any other sport in general.
No.
Why do you say no?
Nope. They're not beating anybody, the UFC. They're still not beating everybody.
Well, in fairness, when the pandemic first started, they may have been because there were no other sports.
Because nothing else was on. Yeah, that's the only way they're gonna. The only way the UFC is gonna beat in ratings is if other sports aren't on. It's the only way. I mean, and I don't even think that's gonna happen. When you're talking NBA, NFL, NHL, not NHL is kind of low rating, but MLB, talking about that stuff. I mean, they're always gonna win. It's gonna take a while. I hope the UFC becomes one of the big dogs. It's the best sport out there, you know? And like Pez says, all other sports are free. I mean, you still got to pay for cable, but yeah, the UFC's got pay-per-views, and some people don't have that change to be thrown around.
Boxing?
You know? But yeah, that's true. You look at boxing, and they get mega ratings for their pay-per-views and stuff like that. So UFC can be a big sport. It's going to take some time. I think I'll be in the dirt before that happens, before the UFC bypasses NFL or MLB. I hope I see it in my lifetime. But Pineda, Jess, what did you think about this man in his fight?
Pineda? You mean Pereira?
Pereira, excuse me. Whatever the fuck this guy's name.
Listen, and I said this on Fight Briefing, and I said this on the night of, that I'm not the biggest fan of Pereira's stunts. But after the Pereira fight, I did agree that it was a relatively exciting fight to watch. He changed my mind. He changed my mind Saturday night, but I still would prefer to see I think the reason he changed my mind a little bit is because he didn't go crazy like he did with the Sanchez fight or with.
You were very wrong about Raging Al versus Kevin Lee, Tony and Gaethje, and if I'm not mistaken, you were wrong about Nate Diaz versus Masvidal. Main event Moss my ass. Shout out to Greg's mom.
Yeah, but
the gangbang starts after the stream. Bring a towel.
You got to dig. See how far they got to go back and dig into the archives. Every once in a while, you guys get your win over me. But when it comes down to the percentages, main event Moss always gets the job done. Okay? You put your money on the Moss. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, though. You got to dig. I like making them work, though. I like making them work.
Yeah?
It's great. It's great. It really is. He goes, that's 3. How many fights in 2020 happened, and you pulled 3. You're not going to win. I'm telling you, you're not going to win. Main event Moss is the guy. He's money. They call me money Moss.
But I think what they're trying to get at, Moss, is that you said you get every main event right, and now they're saying,
listen,
well,
I am saying this,
you don't.
and let me reiterate. I am a lock with my main events. When I put my brain to it, I can always get it right here. Sometimes I pick with my heart. Nate Diaz, I said it before the fight. I picked with my heart. I basically tell you, listen, guys, I'm pulling the fan card out here. But when I put the money on the table, the money on the line, and I say, listen, you fucking pick this guy. How many times have I looked people in the camera and say, you're a fucking idiot for going the other way? Always right. I made a lot of people look stupid with Kamaru Usman and Masvidal. I made a lot of people look stupid.
G-Money wants to know who you have for this weekend's main event, Waterson or Hill.
Oh, my God. You know what I have? I have a bullet that's meant for my fucking brain. By the way, I can't believe this. Angela, and this is a good segue. I cannot believe Angela Hill is the first African-American woman to ever headline a UFC event. That baffles my fucking mind. Yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
History in the making. God
damn, the UFC is fucking... They're racist, man. They're fucking racist. Wonderful. The goddamn racist KKK UFC. I can't believe that. Now, listen, maybe it's because women's MMA sucks.
It is 100% because women's MMA sucks. I will be the first to attest. You guys have heard me say it a million times before that women's MMA just does not do it for a lot of fans. It just doesn't do it. Some fans enjoy it, and that's totally cool. And there are a lot of women's fights that I enjoy. But overall, I 100% prefer watching men fight, especially the main event. This card over here, I mean, it really shit the bed. You lose your main event, now you throw this up there. And congratulations to Angela Hill. It's a big achievement, being the first ever black woman to headline a card. It's crazy. It's really crazy to me. We've had so many like fight nights and stuff like that. You mean to tell me they couldn't throw one fucking black girl on there? I don't know. But then again, I'm trying to think, how many black female fighters like at the top of the food chain are there? I don't know any. So maybe if the black fighter's a little bit better, they would have fucking headlined a card. Step your game up, black MMA female fighters. I don't know. Wonderful. Congratulations. Wonderful. Now, this fight, Angela Hill versus the Karate Hottie. Listen, I'm not giving you a lock pick for this fucking fight because honestly, I couldn't give 2 fucks. And I think Karate Hottie is a can. I've been saying this over and over again. I've been picking against her over and over and over again, and I've been right. This one here, I don't even give a fuck who wins. I honestly don't even care. I kind of want Angela Hill to win, though. I definitely want Overkill to win. That'd be nice, you know? Do it for the blacks. Yeah. It would be good. Okay. Shut up. All right. No? Let's move on. Listen, I'm with that. Be element. Get it done. Go Angie, baby. Okay. Khabib reveals the details of an annual MMA tournament in tribute to his late father. Have you heard about this yet, Moss? No, tell me. So, the first edition of this annual tribute show is expected to take place on Wednesday, September 9th, something that maybe we should consider watching. Khabib has announced the details for this tribute tournament in memory of his late father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. The UFC lightweight champion revealed that the event will be an annual showcase featuring local fighters from across various promotions. Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov passed away earlier this year at age 57 due to coronavirus-related complications. He was transported from his native Dagestan.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Got donatione.
Tell Moss even Jordan misses a dunk every now and then.
That's right. Listen, you know you're at the top of the game, and you know you're a threat to everyone when they try to attack the champ, the GOAT, the person that gets all the fucking picks right, the ones that matter right. They always try to attack the people at the top. And that's fine. I like fending them off. Just fucking putting the hand out like this, stiff, right in the faces of the naysayers. I sit here on my throne and laugh as I stiff-arm the audience and say, listen, just relax. I got this. Thank you for that donation. Dunk it on these motherfuckers. Despite reports that there were signs of recovery, including from Khabib himself, Abdulmanap once again took a turn for the worse. His death led to an outpouring of tributes in his honor, including from Putin, local politicians, athletes, as well as his former students. Even his native village was renamed Manap in his honor. The aforementioned annual MMA event will be hosted by Fight Nights Global and will feature a main event bout between Vladimir Meniv and
Doran Ermakov. The event is scheduled to take place at the Arena Veneer Usmanova Gymnastics Palace in Moscow, Russia. So a new annual event that Khabib will be hosting.
Awesome. I like that. That's really, really cool, man. His father died way too early. I was thinking about it. I'm like, we don't know any MMA fighters that died from the coronavirus. But we know someone that...
We know a lot that
Thank
has
you.
the coronavirus.
Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this.
Let's go, baby!
Yeah! Justin is now a white belt, baby. Yeah.
Holy guacamole,
How many do we have left?
Gorley?
To 100. How many? We got to be like 95 now. How many? Can you take a quick check?
Oh, it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't take that long. All right, I'll look.
No, I got you.
Don't. I got it now, Jesse. Don't worry. I got it. Let's see. Let's check it out.
No, Moss, don't go there. Don't go there. I got it.
Why?
Don't worry. I got
No.
it. No.
You don't want to do it. I'm gonna go to the other stream
No.
because I don't want to show any of our.
Yeah.
I don't want to show them any of our
Look, I'm almost
secret
there.
metrics. I'll beat you there. Memberships. Okay, here we go. Wow, 96 members. 96 members, guys. So we are 4 away. What? We are 4 away. 4 members away to 100 members. Can we get 100 members tonight? If you don't have a white belt or a green belt or any belt next to your name, what the fuck you doing? 4 more members. We get 100. We unlock the new emoji. Let's step it up. Step the game up, friends. Become a member. And thank you to all the belts in there. You're wonderful.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Justin Gorley.
Good shit, man. Thank you for the membership.
All right. So there's that. If you're interested in watching it, Moss, Fight Nights Global will be hosting it.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'd be interested in checking it out. So what do we got? 94 likes. Remember, 150 likes. We throw the thumbs in the air like we just don't care. So like the stream if you haven't done it. If you're not subscribed, fuck off. Subscribe to the channel, or we don't want you here. Get out. We don't need you. We need the subscribers here. These swole people, sexy people, the wonderful, wonderful people.
Wonderful.
All right, Jesse, squeeze another story, and then we go into overtime. 108. We don't even have to do to save the show.
Justin
People saved
Gaethje
it.
took a nasty head kick during sparring, and he took it like the Terminator, Moss. Have you seen this video?
No.
Holy shit. Like, this guy got fucking nailed in the head. You can play it. It's just a cell phone video. He got nailed in the head.
This guy's gonna have brain damage when he's done with his career.
Like, and you can hear it. It was so fucking loud. And he just, like, he kind of bends back and whips right back up like the Terminator. Like, it didn't even phase him.
Oof. Thank you, 949, for the sub. Appreciate it, man. Oh my God.
Look at him. He's perfectly fine. Watch it. He's like the Terminator.
What?
He just keeps going.
Fuck.
What?
Well, there was I mean, that's not shin to face, though. Because, look, he does have the pads on. Now, listen, I'm not saying it feels good.
No, that did not feel good.
But that was pad to face, Jesse. Come on.
Come on.
Stop coming all over Justin Gaethje.
Are you kidding me? Did you see him
I
take
got
that?
hit with, it was like a pillow fight.
Even people were like, oh, because they know it fucking hurt.
Come on, Jesse. Stop it.
You don't
Let's
give
see
him
this.
his due credit.
Yeah, this guy's pads on, Jess. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
He got hit with a pillow.
This guy got nailed. This goes
sound
to
is funny,
show
though.
you. Like, this guy, like, we always talk about how much damage he takes to the head and how he never protects his head.
Yeah.
You can see why. He has a chin of iron on him.
Yeah, why is this guy throwing the head kick, though, in sparring, though? Isn't that a little too much? Is
I
he
don't
going?
know.
Is that a little too crazy here?
I'm not sure.
It's kind of a dickbag move.
I mean, you are supposed to fight like you're in a real fight.
Well, you see, he looked like you can tell that he didn't mean to really to land it like that. See how he put his hands up? He's like, "Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!" He knows he fucked up.
Do people throw kicks like this? It's pretty intense.
I guarantee if the video keeps going, though, Justin, he just falls face first into the mat. You know, they didn't show that part.
Great Josh says he fucked up.
This sounds funny, man.
That's the thing. Like, if he knew he fucked up, then why would he throw it in the first place?
I
would
think
you throw the
in the
kick?
heat of the moment, you know, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a little
He know
weird,
he
right?
fucked up. Maybe he just got like heated. Maybe Justin tagged him with something that pissed him off, and he's like, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Please don't!"
That's intense. That is intense.
I hope Khabib does the same thing to him without the fucking shin pad.
Just like hearing it makes the side of your face hurt.
Yeah, but listen, if that pad wasn't on, Justin he'd be seeing birds.
Oh, look at this comment. Thor Gunderson Penny says, if you're working with Justin for his Khabib fight, why the fuck would you throw a high switch kick? That partner is trash and should not be allowed to spar with Justin.
Yeah. Let me mimic Khabib and throw a fucking head kick.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. But he took it pretty well. I mean, he kept going.
That would be funny if Khabib knocks him out with a head kick now.
Why the fuck would he throw the kick?
You know what's funny, though? Like, imagine Khabib watches this. He's like, okay, I got to find a way to get my leg that high. And I know it's going to be there every time. Yeah. Maybe that's a weakness. Maybe we've just seen something that,
I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see a Khabib with the head kick. Yeah. TKO. Khabib time! Yeah. Yes, baby. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Head kick time. Khabib! Oh, yes. God, if that's there, imagine what Conor would do to him. Come on, Jesse. Jesus Christ. For those of you that think that Conor will not destroy Gaethje.
What?
Look at that. Conor would his head would go to the moon.
What are you talking about? Gaethje took that like a champ.
Conor would hit him with a head kick. Gaethje's head would go into the
impression?
It would go into the rafters.
Oh God. You're
God.
the worst. You're
God.
sucking Conor so hard.
I'm watching this and I'm like, could you imagine if
Gaethje he got right back up in 2.7 seconds.
Jesse, man.
You're so full of Conor.
God.
It's crazy.
Thank God he's fighting Khabib.
Oh,
Khabib's not head kicking
Get off
him.
Conor's nuts.
What do you...
Oops.
What?
Oops. I hurt his feelings.
How dare you, Jesse? How dare you say such a horrible thing that I am sitting on his nuts? Conor knocks him the fuck out. Come on. Let's be serious.
Oh, God.
So what do you guys think about this this head kick? What do you guys think?
Art Vandalay says, get off Conor's nuts for 10 seconds.
All right.
Fire Thinking says, Khabib.
I'll tell you what. I'll do this. I will get off of Conor's nuts when she gets off of Khabib's nuts.
When that happens,
then I will go off. You'll never see me off his nuts because... Okay.
At least I'm on the nuts of a real champ, Moss.
And I'm monogamous. Like, I stay on Conor's nuts. You're like, let me jump on it. Adesanya's nads, and let me jump on
Who says that I have
nads.
to stick to one fighter? Why can't I
You're
be a fan?
fucking floozy. You're a goddamn
multiple
floozy,
fighters?
Jesse. I'm a monogamous man.
Okay.
Right, Conor? Yes. All right, let's see what the chat says. We're going to overtime.
Speedomito says, the cameraman, the heck am I filming right now? Cayman Ryder says, I agree, though, that Conor beats Gaethje. He's too precise. Corey Kelly says his foot was a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
Oof. Mike Gage says, LOL, DC trying so hard to stay awake, running low on smoke, says Wayne Chin. Entanglement says Lil D, Justin Jr., they probably were not mimicking Khabib's style there, just practicing kickboxing or something. Oh, you don't say, Justin.
Yeah, why would they practice kickboxing if he's training with a neck beard, trying to mimic Khabib?
That was definitely not practicing kickboxing. This guy threw a fucking head kick for no reason.
Well, they do have the kickboxing and pads on.
off.
But still, I mean, why? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe Khabib's going to throw the head kick. That'd be crazy, huh?
Nick Diaz versus Till says Raylo. Justin Gorley says Gaethje needs to learn how to block. NH, the smoke is taking over the wildfires. Flat Earth says Neckbeard. Double Champ says Wayne Chin, it might be time to go night-night.
All right. So if you're just jumping in, thank you for joining us. We're going to open up some phone lines. We got some more stories. How many stories do we have left?
A lot. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. So what I'll do is we'll open up some phone lines and then we'll finish up the stories.
Okay.
I just want to let the people know that my prediction. Well, we have a donation coming in. Let's let that play.
Cracker?
No, thank you.
Cracker, guys?
Give it to the people.
Take a bite.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Ah, super chat.
Sharing is caring.
My channel is my name. My content is solid.
What the fuck's a channel?
Channel.
Oh, his channel is his name? Is my name? My content is... All right, I'll be sure to not subscribe to that
Are we seeing a
later.
self-promoter over here?
Listen, Roberto, you better have some good content over there. If you're making people go over there, you better have some good fucking content. If there's not good content over there, I'm not going anyway, but it better be if you're trying to bring some people over. All right, so here's the deal, and thank you for the donation. Here is the deal. Nick Diaz says he is coming back. He's in shape. He's ready to rock. He wants to attack the 170-pound weight class. This is what I say. Nick, Conor, then Nick versus Jorge. Those are the 2 fights I'd like to see. If he gets past 2 of those, you could throw him at the strap. The UFC would give him a fast pass to the belt, maybe fight a Kamaru Usman. Could you imagine? 1, 2, 3. Now, if Usman loses to Burns, who knows?
What if Jorge loses to Nate, though?
If Jorge loses to Nate?
Do you still give Jorge Nick after
No,
Conor?
because Nate would trilogy it up with Jorge. Nate, yeah, that would be a trilogy.
So then what would be for Nick after Conor?
They would probably give the rematch to Conor because Conor, whatever he says goes, right? I want a rematch, they give it to him, you know? So, and Nick would take it, right? For the paycheck, why not? Or maybe he wouldn't, I don't know. But, yeah, if Jorge loses to Nate, which is not going to happen, and I picked Nate in the last fight, I want Nate to win, but...
Could you imagine the shit talk with Conor and Nick because of everything that happened between Conor and Nate?
Oh, yeah, it would be great.
Conor would use Nate as, like, ammunition against Nick in the trash talk, and Nick would get all fired up from it. You know, because Nick is going to be defensive of his brother.
Yeah, but Nick, you can't understand a goddamn word he's saying. You know? You can't understand it, and he just mumbles worse than Nate, so it would be a little one-sided. Or you might see a respectful Conor. You know, you might see what he did with Cowboy.
Not with Nick. You're not going to see a respectable Conor.
I don't fucking know, man. I just want that to happen. Anyway, when we open up the phone lines, I want your thoughts on what is next for Nick if he does return, 37 years old, looking to be in pretty good shape, or maybe you don't even think he's going to return. That's what I want to talk about. You can talk about the fights that happened Saturday night as well. I don't know what that was, Jess. What was that? Do you know?
That was your baby talk.
No.
Wonderful.
All right, let me get the settings right before I do this.
Oh, fuck. By the way, guys, if you're new to the call-ins, if you can't get in, just keep calling. You got to keep calling over and over again until eventually you get in, because sometimes if someone's ahead of you, you're going to miss that call.
And please, people, hit the likes. We want to beat up the ceiling with our thumbs. 150 likes. We right through the ceiling with our thumbs. Play the song. We dance. We celebrate. So make sure you hit that like button.
10,000 thumbs in the air.
All right, where the fuck's the setting?
Aiden says Jorge would destroy Nick.
There it is. I lost the settings for a second there. All
Brock Lesnar is next for Nick. Come on. Ryan Bader, remember me. Thumbs not fists.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
Are you ready for phone calls, guys?
I'm ready.
Hello, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
From Chrome.
Kyle Hernandez.
Lord.
RX.
Mark Rowe, Heavy Biker Rowe, D. Rust, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick Sleeve, Vigo South, Country Dome, Shannon Stewart, Rogelio, Benjamin, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Angelo. MMA-Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. What's that later slap this?
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
Okay, get ready. Let's take some phone calls. We're going to start the clock. We got an hour and 8 minutes of wonderfulness. Let's try to make the calls nice and quick and to the point. I want to hear your thoughts on the fights the weekend, the Nick Diaz situation. What do you want to hear about, Jesse? Anything else?
No, all the same things. But basically what Moss is saying is don't be a
Gaylord.
and take up everybody's time over here.
Okay, here we go. 516-522-0267. We'll get to the rest of the MMA stories as well. And thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate your company as we're cruising on a Monday night.
Cruising for a bruising.
Super chat.
Roberto.
I am a content creator, not just a mahole.
Oh.
Roberto.
Hold on. Let's go check out his channel. Roberto Lopez.
There's probably a million Roberto Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, you have such a generic name. There's got to be a gazillion. Let's see. I'll open up the phone lines in a second. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's go. Let's react. Roberto Lopez. Let's see what we got.
I don't like self-promoters.
Roberto.
I like you, Roberto.
Low.
But I don't like when people use other people's platforms to promote.
You know what it
I don't
is?
dig it.
Yeah, okay, Roberto. There's like 400 Roberto Lopez channels.
All right, forget him.
You Google. Hold on. Which one of the 7 million Roberto Lopez channels are you? Any help? All right, forget it. Come on, man. You got to, first off, if you want any advice, you got to fucking have some sort of a unique name. How's anyone going to find you? All right. I'm done. Jesus Christ.
He's trolling.
Is he trolling, Jesse?
Trolling.
All right. 516-522-0267 and subscribe to Roberto Lopez. Immediately.
832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up? This Post.
What's up, Post?
Not too much. I got in first. All right.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to self-promote, but I will promote somebody else's. Y'all make sure y'all check out Roberto Lopez's channel.
His channel?
He's got a good channel.
Oh, you know what? I spelled it wrong. I put channel. Maybe I should put channel. Maybe that's what it is.
It's muy bueno.
Okay.
Roberto Lopez Cannel.
There you go. All right, Poles, what's going on, man?
So, the Pereira guy, he is crazy. We always wondered what it would look like if he didn't do all that Cirque du Soleil shit. But I was wondering, can he really fight, straight up, regular?
I think he can.
I mean,
I think the guy's, he's very athletic. I think he's powerful, too. He's got some serious pop in his hands. Yeah, I think he can fight.
I mean, he didn't do, I don't remember him doing a backflip, but he did do a Showtime punch and kick. I think he came off the cage twice.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a little bit of everything. It was kind of crazy. But I think if you pull him together, a guy that this athletic, has so many tools in his belt, but you can kind of reel him in a little bit. Saturday showed that he has the ability to put on an exciting fight and finish it at the same time. So he's an interesting person to look at.
And I noticed he had those cupping spots all over his back and body.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all familiar with this procedure?
Yeah, we see it a lot on these fighters. Swear by it. I never really see other athletes. Maybe other athletes do it, but they're clothed, so we don't see it. But apparently, it works.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. What does it do? It draws the blood, or?
I would imagine, since your muscles are filled with blood, and I have a feeling it's a recuperation thing where you kind of getting the muscles just moving around. I mean, the blood moving around inside there. It's got to be a healing thing, I'd imagine.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a lot of people do it. I was wondering what the science was behind it. But okay, so this guy Pereira, he called out Masvidal. He's crazy if he thinks he's getting that fight. But what I would like to see is him versus Michael Venom Page. Who do you think will win that fight?
Wow. You have a crossover, MVP versus Michel Pereira, excuse me. Venom's weird, man. That guy's got all the talent in the world. Oh, shit. I think I still have to go with MVP.
Yeah, agreed. I think MVP will win that.
As much as I'd like to see Pereira win the fight, yeah, I would have to go with MVP.
You think Pereira is a real contender? You think he'll make it to the top 10, top 5 one day?
Man, it's too early for that. I don't know. I don't think so. No, I can't see it. How old is this guy? What is he? 20? He's still young. He's 26. He's big though. Like if he could stay at this weight class and pull it together, he could make some noise. I don't know though. I don't know if I'm sold with him. You know, like when you see these guys that are flashy, you know, you want to say this is the next guy. This is the next guy. I can't quite sink my teeth into that yet. So I'm going to say maybe he can, you know, be a top 10 guy, float around, have some exciting fights. Jorge Masvidal it maybe.
He looks like an evil villain from a telenovela.
Yeah, he could be a villain. I see that.
Anyway, I'm going to keep it short and sweet so everybody can get in. Happy Labor Day to all of you. Peace out.
All right. Thank you. That's Pulse. What do you think in the chat? Do you think that Pereira could be the real deal? I want him to be the real deal because honestly, imagine this guy with a belt. Imagine a guy this exciting as a champion of the welterweight division. We're stuck with Kamaru Usman that everyone and their mother's complaining about, right? The guy's very good, Kamaru Usman. And Kamaru Usman would destroy Pereira. Like literally drag him down to the floor and make him his daddy. But could you imagine, put this in your head, Michel Pereira as a champion of the welterweight division, and he learns a little bit of English. Like I think he has to learn English.
Why?
Because champions,
a lot of champs don't.
Yeah, they all got to learn. Like look at Anderson Silva, how his English got better and stuff like that. Weili Zhang's English is coming around a little bit. Like you got to do it because you got to sell the fight. Paulo Costa, another one. You got to sell those fights. You know, I think if Michel Pereira starts learning the language, and if he can be a champ, he would be a phenom. People would love this guy.
Yeah.
It's just tough for me to put him in that position right now. A little too early.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
The Great Yosh says Michel Pereira could beat Masvidal. Speedo Mito, Michel Pereira is the closest we have to an actual Tekken fighter. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
There's not too many things I complain about when it comes to MMA fighters, but there's one thing I can't stand, and that is people with no gas tank. They can't finish a fight. They can't go 5 rounds. You saw with that Brazilian heavyweight. He was doing great. First and second round, he was dominating, controlling the pace. He hit a wall, fell off a cliff, and pretty much just folded. The most pathetic thing I've ever seen. So when people talk shit about the flyweights and the smaller guys, at least they can actually go 5 rounds and they don't quit and gas out like a bunch of fat slobs. So
yeah, okay.
So that's my point today. Other than that, card was trash.
Okay, thank you. There's Kevin from Chicago. Didn't like the card. Listen, the card wasn't great, but when you watched it, I think it was actually pretty good. The first 2 fights, complete horseshit. These 2 fights, just forget about that. And then after that, you had some crazy stuff go down. You know, you got this guillotine choke fight by Brian Kelleher. He was supposed to win that fight anyway, so it doesn't matter. Submission, the armbar over here by this Muniz was very impressive. Then you got the Pereira fight, finish. 3rd round, we got to see him go deep into the fight, dazzle us all 3 rounds, get the job done. St. Preux with that counter left hook was a thing of beauty. Menafield went night-night. Alistair's comeback was fantastic. Yes, Sakai did run out of gas, but that's because the Reem was just too intelligent, weathered the storm, waited for the right opportunity, took the moment, and got the win. Loved the main event. The card was not trash. It wasn't. If you think about it, we had limited fights to work with, and it worked out nice. You want to see trash? Watch this Saturday's card. That's trash. We got the Contender Series tomorrow night, by the way. We'll be reacting to that. What the fuck? 1 championship. What is this? A graduate versus Stuart Ing versus the college graduate honor student Prak Bupa.
Buapa.
All right. LFA, look, you got a bunch of events going back. That's good to see. Bellator's this Friday as well. Phil Davis versus Machida. Yeah, remind me.
I bet you're excited for that, Moss.
Yeah, remind me to go to sleep. I love the Dragon, man. I do like Lito Machida. He's one of my faves when it comes to the Brazilians. You know, he's been in some weird, wonky duds, but I still like him, man. I like his weird drunken style. This card over here is tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. This is the first time where I'm like, oh my goodness. The first time this year where I have to go against everything I believe in and thank the UFC. I always thank the UFC for these fight nights. I don't care what they put in front of me. But Waterson versus Hill is not good. This card sucks.
Not good.
But who knows? Maybe we see some exciting fights. You never know. So we're going to tune in regardless and give it the benefit of the doubt, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 516-522-0267. Call us up. We would love to speak to the people.
Kamen Rider says Augusto Sakai has no ground game like Sean O'Malley. Eddie Machete, bro, who are you? Rematch of the century says the great Yash. Life and Logic, Lyoto was a beast. Kamen Rider, who the hell is Proc Buapa? 732, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Justin Jr.
What's up, Justin Jr.?
How you doing?
Nothing much. Just gonna give my thoughts on this card. I should have stuck to OSP. I was on OSP all week, but, you know, the overthinking got to me. I was like, OSP's kind of on the downcline of his career. He didn't look too good in his last fight, and I just got trapped in picking Menafield, but, you know, experience got Menafield that win. The
Shopping during a pandemic.
Hold on, we got Sanosi creeping in.
I escaped for a moment to say hello. Y'all had a good point on learning English for marketability. Korean Zombie done okay without it showing highlight reels help. You think Nick Diaz should do WW or MW? I'll have my studio back sooner or later.
Let me just
Thank you, Sanosi. Appreciate that. I just want to hit his points real quick. Yes, the Korean Zombie did do a pretty good job. You know, his resume speaks for itself. Although you could tell he is trying to get into the English language. Welterweight, I like Nick at. I do like that. The possibilities.
And Sanosi, I would say welterweight too. You know, the test cut. What do you say he was at? 175. So, you know, I know the 5 pounds, the final 5 are the one where it really hurts, but welterweight Nick is best. But yeah, like I said, I should have stuck to OSP on that one. Pereira, man, I like I'm not too big of a fan of the acrobatics. He did toot it down a little this fight, so that was good, but you know, he looked incredible. But who did he look incredible? According to Tapology, the number 116 fighter ranked. So, you know, he's fighting these bombs and looking good against them. But and now people are like, oh, this guy beats Gamebred. But you guys know I'm one of the last people to jump on hype trains. You know, I'm not going with this Pereira. You know, if he fights Gamebred will easily smoke him.
It's way too early to jump on the Pereira train when it comes to, hey, give him these big fights.
Yeah.
Yes. Would I like to see it? Of course. I would love to see a fight between those two, but come on.
The stage where Gamebred's at now, he's not going to be main eventing fight nights. He's either going to be co-main eventing pay-per-views or main eventing pay-per-views, and, you know, Pereira just doesn't have the name power to do that. So, I mean, that fight won't happen. Maybe in 2-3 years. I still don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
And this card was short. I thought it was a pretty good card. Main event, we saw Overeem, you know, great change of game plan adjusting, and it was just great.
I don't think he adjusted. I honestly think that Overeem knew what he was in for.
Waited for him to gas.
Yeah. He even said it after the fight, too. This is all planned out. He knew what was up. Overeem's smart, man. He's a really smart fighter.
I said this on Fight Briefing. I was watching Sakai highlights, everything he did. I thought Overeem did better, and, you know, the power wasn't too much of a threat where I was like, oh, will Overeem's chin hold up? And, yeah, I know. Let me just go quickly on this next week's card. I know a lot of people are trashing it. Now, you know, you guys know me. I'm a big fan of Shannon Dobson, but Angela Hill, probably one of my favorite woman fighters, Shannon Dobson. Angela Hill, top 2 woman fighters. Angela Hill's just involved evolved so much, this past year, really. She's really active, and you heard it here first. Hill beats Michelle by decision. That's a lock, and I'm so confident that. And co-main event, my brother Kahama Worthy got moved up, so I'm really happy about that. They finally put him a slight favorite, but he's not discouraged by that. I was like, oh, maybe it's the underdog that fuels him, but he doesn't care about odds. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's right. You had Kama Worthy on. Did he say anything about this upcoming fight? Did you have him before this one? I can't remember when you had him on.
I had him about a couple days ago.
Okay. What was his thoughts?
Speaking to him. I tried to get a Tapology perfect for everyone on Go Milk. I said, which way do you think you'll knock him out or beat him? And he said, I don't do predictions. And then I asked him again, like, knockout or submission, which is more likely? And he was like, whichever way he goes. But they're both strikers, so I expect a TKO finish from Worthy. It's definitely close.
So, yeah, you know what? It's funny. Now I'm looking at this guy. I completely forgot. Kama Worthy was the guy that I was saying was my next new favorite fighter. Remember, Jess? We were freaking out with this guy. I completely forgot. This guy's good.
Yeah, you guys followed him on IG after that.
Yeah, that's right. This should be the freaking main event. Not Michelle. This fight's the fight of the night.
Oh, yeah. And Azaitar is that one that got the crazy knockout. I was rewatching you guys' UFC 242 knockout because I was watching tape and it was such an insane knockout. I had to see your guys' reaction to that. But
which one was it?
I won't take up too much time. You guys heard it here first. Hill is gonna beat the brakes off overrated Waterson, who, at this point they're just trying to get her to win, maybe, I don't know, but she's just overrated.
Okay.
Hill, my second favorite woman fighter. Dobson, my first.
Okay. To the best.
This is a great card for me. I don't know about others. Thank you, guys.
All right. There's Justin Jr. Go subscribe to Justin Jr. Justin Jr. Thank you for the call. You know what? Actually, I'm glad he brought that up. This Kama Worthy, I completely forgot. Yeah, we followed this guy immediately after his last fight. It was fantastic. He choked out Luis Pena. Super fiery Kama Worthy. I love this guy's style. He's the co-main event versus Atman Azaitar. How do you spell this guy's name? Azaitar? One UFC fight. He's got a knockout. Oh, man. Why is this not the main event? I mean, I know why. Because no one knows who the fuck these guys are. But that's a really good fight. Okay. The last time we looked at this, wasn't Andrea Lee versus Modafferi the co-main event? So I'm glad they...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad they bumped this up. That's a good fight. That's fiery.
You know why they bumped it up is because they didn't want two women's bouts to be...
You mean two decisions?
To end the card.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you don't know about these two over here, this is a good fight. It really is. This is the main event. Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill and Andrea Lee versus Modafferi is going to be a nice, fun decision. Okay. 516-522-0267. Call up the MMA-Holes. How many likes we got? 124, Jesse. 120. Come on, baby. We need 150. We need 150.
224, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
What's up, Moss?
What up?
Moss, what you need?
Well, you got to turn down the background.
I had to turn down... Yes. To actually understand you guys.
Indeed. Indubitably. All right, who is this?
It's Roberto Lopez.
Oh, excuse me for not knowing. What's going on? All right, 516-522-0267. What's going on? What was he doing?
Can you move that over here so I can see the number when I answer?
Yeah, I don't know why it's so small. It's weird, right?
I appreciate it.
All right, give us a call back, 516-522-0267.
But maybe not there, because once you click the other tab, you're going to lose it.
Oh, God.
No. 203, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Not there, because once you click the other tab.
Hey, what's going on? Listen.
Hey.
165-pound championship. Nick versus Silva. Winner gets Conor. That's it.
So now wait, 100. Wait, hold on. You're digging up the 165-pound weight class again.
we're resurrecting it.
Okay.
165-pound title, Nick versus Silva. That's kind of a give me. The winner gets Conor.
Okay. Jesse, what do you think about this?
If we're gonna redevelop the 165 division, can we also add in there Khabib versus GSP?
Okay. Nigga, what you smoking? What you smoking, nigga?
Mas.
I gotta drop the N-word on that, for God's sakes. What
Hey,
the 165?
165,
Yeah.
there's a lot of options.
Listen, we 165 has been buried. It's completely buried. Even Dana White is saying that's it. No
Yeah,
165.
but that green always comes up. The grass is always green,
Listen,
and that will come up.
You know me. I'm a Conor guy. If there's a route to a belt, any kind of belt, let's do this. I'm in. But this 165, I'm not on board with. I just know
Nick's manager said that he was between 170 and 165, right?
Yes. So you're
Kinda makes you
saying,
think, right?
Well, Anderson Silva has one more fight left against Uriah Hall, and then he's sailing off. That's it. He's done.
Come on.
So you're saying,
you know better than that. They got to milk it a little bit more. You hit it with the Nick Silva. That's just a big money fight. Whatever. Winner gets Conor. No matter who wins, they've agreed to fight. Conor has said he'd fight Nick. He said he'd fight Silva. Whatever.
What are you smoking? What are you smoking?
Hey,
I like thinking outside the
right.
box. I'm into the outside the box thinking here. I can't even put it together in my head. Like I know the UFC would just never do this. At this point, it just doesn't make any sense. You got Anderson fighting Uriah.
Think about the money. Don't think about sense.
All right, so
don't
you're
think
saying
about what logically makes sense.
This doesn't even make money sense. So how do you put this together? If Anderson Silva has to get past Uriah Hall, right? What if Uriah takes him out?
Well, then fuck it. You throw Jorge in there.
Oh, now you know what? Now you got something. All right, now talk to me.
Hey.
All right, so you're talking Jorge Mas. 165 is not happening though. I can't. I can't see it.
It's going to happen sooner or later. So why not get money out of it now?
Why do you think 165 is happening? What leads you to believe that that's going to happen?
More divisions, more money. That's what it is.
But we're in the middle of a pandemic. Why the hell would they start a new division?
Maybe they need that money.
They can't even fill up the roster. They're begging people to fight in the Contender Series.
Hey, exactly. All they need is 4 people?
All right.
And they're making the most money they've ever made in history.
Okay. Well, listen, I like the way you're thinking. I like the fact that you're thinking outside of the box, but you're so far outside I can't put you back in the box here. Jesse, what do you think?
No comment.
She's not commenting. Anything else?
Yeah, Bubba Booey, Howard Church Pain.
All right, one more Howard Stern calls. I fucking love that. Oh, that tickles me, man. I love that shit. God, that gives me chills. See, that was the best part of the call right there.
Moss, I can't answer it.
516-522-0267. What do you guys think in the chat about that?
201, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, Aiden.
What's up, Aiden?
All right, so, yeah, just do Nick versus Pettis. Why not?
Why not? Because I don't want to see it. That's why. I don't see any logic in this fight. I know Pettis, they were throwing him in the mix with Anderson Silva and all this stuff. I think if you're Nick Diaz, you want to go in there and you want to make some money. Are you telling me that if they put together the Showtime Pettis fight, they're going to make $1 gazillion?
I mean, no, but Nate did it.
But what, Nate?
Yes.
But this is Nick Diaz. His last fight was against Anderson Silva, and it was tough to get him in the cage for that fight. And Anderson Silva's the freaking one of the GOATs. You mean to tell me that they... Okay.
Wait.
I don't know what happened.
Give him a chance.
You there?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, how do you feel about this win, the victory? You feeling good?
Yeah.
The goat milk. Have you been going around telling all your friends, I am the goat milk champion?
No, don't brag about it.
You should. You should wake up your parents right now, slap them in the face, and be like, do you know who the champion is?
All right. But this week I have Hale by decision.
Who do you have?
Hale.
What was he saying?
Pale?
Pale.
Hale. Yeah.
Oh, Hill.
Oh, Hill. Okay. By a decision? Okay, that's fair. I'm kind of with you on that.
All right, peace.
Thank you. What a call. That's the champion. Right there. That's the goat milk champ calling in. 516-522-026. I thought you said pale too. I'm like, pale monkey? By decision? Baba Booey.
It's the knitter.
It's the knitter.
What up, man?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. How you doing?
And I'm wonderful too.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice, Ann. What's going on this Monday night? What are you doing?
Just breathing in all the nice fire smoke everywhere. That's all.
Fire? Oh, we got a little fire pit going?
No, the California fires.
Oh.
Wildfires all around Northwest, yeah.
Holy.
Pretty bad.
So you got the smoke?
Yep.
Damn, huh?
Yeah, went outside, took a couple pictures. I posted on Discord, but yeah, blocked out our sun and everything. It's just bad. So.
Yeah, we had over here a couple of weeks ago. We noticed that it looked all cloudy. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then we looked on the news, and sure enough, it was the fires. So that's crazy, man.
And smoke's everywhere. And the wind's blowing so hard out here, it broke off a couple of branches off our big tree.
Really?
So, from the house. Yeah.
Damn.
Other than that, we're fine. Oh yeah, the fights this weekend. Yeah, I like the fact that Hill's fighting. I think she's a good fighter. She's improved so much, like Justin said. I like her.
Okay, so you're an Angela Hill fan?
Yeah, I like her.
Okay.
I think she's good. That karate hottie.
Yeah.
I like you. I never pick her to win. I just don't think she's that impressive. I don't think she's that impressive of a fighter.
Waterson, this is do or die. She needs this win. She's on a 2-fight losing streak over here, and it's just like this ship is sinking fast. So Waterson, the big stage, main event, got to get it done. But I have to go with Hill too. I like the way Hill's looked, and to piggyback off of what Justin said too, Angela Hill, talk about a resurrection with this girl. This girl was cut by the UFC. Yeah. She fought in an Invicta. She clawed her way back in.
Tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And tough. And on the show tough, which they don't have anymore. But yeah,
she was farting.
That's what I'm saying. She looks like totally different. And I thought that last fight was so close like that. She should have won the last fight, but hey,
Yeah, a lot of people said she got screwed in the Claudia fight. That was very competitive, surprisingly competitive.
Yeah. She's done better than what people think, but like the main event for women, I know people don't get too excited about it, and they don't. Yeah. And it's cool. It's like you said, it's surprising that it's the first time the UFC, for a woman, African American woman to be, on the main card. But like you said, there's just not that many good women fighters.
Yeah.
There's not that many. I mean, there is, but there's not. I don't think there's really anybody stands out anymore since Ronda and those guys. I mean, everybody's okay, but they just don't have it like they had it. I mean, that time. Everybody just kind of now is kind of like, oh, I'm here.
It's
and
crazy.
It's pretty much always a decision.
Yeah, it's crazy when I heard it on Ariel. Ariel saying how this is the first ever African American woman to headline a UFC card. So I was like, no way. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I can't think of any other like decent African American fighters that are up there. And I'm looking at the rankings right now. There's like no one. It's wild.
Nope.
I wonder what the reasoning is for that. What do you think, Jess?
I don't know.
Listen, I'm watching these riots. They can fight. Oh, they can fight. I've seen them. Jesse.
Yeah.
Put them in the cage. Right? Get them off the street. Put them in the cage. What do you think,
Ann? In the cage. Get in there. Get in there.
Do something productive. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's great. But
our TV's broke, so I can't even see your reaction on your faces. So
I'm glad Angela Hill is the main event because of this reason. I think this is the right time, perfect time here. First ever African American woman to headline a card. So if Angie gets the win, this is a big win for a lot of people over here. So a lot of people could be pushing for Angela. Michelle Waterson's in a bad spot. She needs the win in the worst way. She's the villain.
Yeah.
So
she does. She really does. I mean, I just think Angela's just gonna like pulverize her. Yeah, I think it's still gonna be a decision, but I don't mind. Sometimes I don't mind a decision wins, but it's like you said, I like it better, when a knockout or it's more exciting. But most or at least a choke or something. But most of the women fights we watch are decisions, and I think that's why everybody thinks they're boring. Yeah.
But imagine Angela
Pretty
Hill
much.
does take her out, like knocks out Michelle Waterson. I mean, that would be something else. That'd be something else.
It would be great. I would love that. Good Hattie on the ground.
The Hannah, it'd be nuts. Hannah Cypher's fight, was that the one where she came in on short notice, or was it the Arian fight? Well, which one, Jess? You remember?
I thought it was it in Russia?
I can't remember which one it was. Jess, you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Maybe it was Ariane, that fight. Maybe that was the one where she came in on short. I can't remember which one it was. Wait, hold on a second. Let's do the math. 11 months and 2 weeks. 7 months. I don't fucking remember. 1 year, 2 months, 11. Oh, maybe, yeah, I think it was the Ariane fight. Yeah, she came in, she fucking took her out. Now a 3-fight winning streak. Now she takes the loss to Claudia, but a lot of people thought she won. UFC rewards her with the Waterson fight main event. Love it. Good stuff. Good for her. It's a good story. I mean, I don't like it as a main event, but it's a good story.
I know. That's all you're saying. I don't like it. I hope it turns out to be a really good fight. I hope it surprises everybody. I hope so.
Listen,
I
I've
think
been trolling.
It'd be better for the women's MMA, you know. Hey,
it would be really good.
Maybe they might.
Yes, I agree. It'd be really good. But like I said, I am not holding my breath. I have a feeling this is going to be a rough one.
And Nate and Nick, you know, I love those guys, but, you know, they're great fighters. I don't know. I don't see them coming back. I guess they might, but I love the guys. But
so,
Nick, like you said, he get cut, you know, punched, and he might bleed again. And, yeah, it's been so long since they fought, and just, I don't know.
It's true. Nick Diaz hasn't been in there in a minute, and his last fight, he didn't look that great. Now he looks like he's in great shape. You know, you got that name, you got the legendary resume of Nick Diaz. You know, that's what people want to see. They want to see the old school Nick come back. It's going to be tough at 37 years old. Is he going to be the same fighter? The one thing we know we would get. Yeah, he's 37.
High five.
So you're definitely like, yeah, fuck this.
I remember the day from Tough. It was like, man, yeah.
Yeah. It's man, time does fly though, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you're thinking they're not going to come back. I mean, which is an outlook that a lot of people, you know, haven't really touched on. Maybe this is just all speculation. Maybe they're just throwing it out there to be relevant.
Could be, yeah. Get their name out there. And he might, you know, I mean, if there's enough money for, you know, fighting for that belt again, because I'm sure he'd rather get that win, get that belt. You know, how he went out, like you said, he didn't look too good, and then lost because he cut, you know, bleed wide open. There it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's probably going to happen again if he does fight, because like you said, he's got so much scarring, and I don't know.
Would you rather see, what would you want to see if Nick does indeed come back? Who would you want to see him fight? Would you like to see him fight Jorge, like have him jump in there and fight Jorge for like a BMF thing or something like that? Like, what would you like to see him fight?
Yeah, I'd like to see that again. I'd like to. That would be, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Or even Connor again, if Connor ever comes back too.
All right. So, Jess, what do you think about the whole Nick Diaz situation? Do you think he's going to come back? Do you think this is all fluffy?
Yeah, I've said it before. I think that it would be marketable, and the UFC is going to see that. So if Nick Diaz is serious, then yeah, the UFC is going to bring him back.
But here's the question. Is he serious?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
What's your prediction? If you had to put a mystical prediction together.
I don't know.
All right. Can you explain this picture of you and Israel Adesanya jumping on my lap? Can you explain this?
I cannot explain that. We were having a good time.
Having a good time.
Okay. Anything else, Ann?
No, just love you guys, and great shows as always, and great talking with you and everybody else, all the OGs and all the other MMA holes, the new people and the new MMA holes. So you're all awesome.
Love you, Ann.
We love you very much, Ann.
Love you.
Have a great night.
Bye. You too.
All right. That's Ann H. She sounded a little moist tonight, a little extra moist tonight, Jesse. What do you think?
No, maybe.
The fires got a little hot and bothered.
Maybe.
Anyway, I hope those fires do go away quickly, because that's crazy, man. Anytime you hear fires in the news, you're like, just go away. 516-522-0267. Call us up.
815, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up? It's Conrad.
Hey, Conrad.
So, Moss, I want to say one thing about the Nick and the Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
They're always a black horse when it comes to the UFC. So honestly, you could have Nick Diaz fight the shittiest fucking fighter in the UFC, and it's still going to do good.
You're right.
And when it comes to the Diaz brothers, they're set for life and they know it. Plus, they're kind of mentally retarded, so they don't give a shit about money. It's all about like the glory and the word. Like it's the seconds that count. It's not like the long road, like the harder path to do. They just show up and fucking fight, and it's the minute of fame, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That's all what they're looking for. And if Nick gets in there, I would have to say if the Dana White and it's what Shelby would be the one making the fight. If you could get Conor to be like, hey, yeah, let's go. And Conor already said, boom, I'll do Anderson Silva and Nick Diaz and he'd probably do Nate as well. Throw all the dark horses, and I don't know if you can really call Masvidal a dark horse after doing the Usman thing because that was about money, but he still falls in the category. You have all those guys sitting there, and realistically, they just want to see who has the bigger dick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to. And no matter what, I know I'd watch it.
Yeah, of course. But the question is, who does have the biggest dick? What do you think?
Definitely not Conor because he's the shortest one out of the bunch.
But he's got his big, what does he say? His big Irish balls? Or maybe he has big balls but a little cock. I don't know. What do you think? Does Conor have a big dick? Probably not. He's got the Irish curse.
I wouldn't even say Matt. How did that group? It's a hard one. I would say probably Nate because he's probably the stupidest out of the bunch when it comes to like mentality.
Yeah. I kind of think Jorge Masvidal has a big hog. Does it, right? Jorge Masvidal has, right?
I don't know.
He seems
maybe.
like the way he walks around.
Hey, them Cubans, you got to be careful about them. Think about Yoel Romero.
It's true.
That dude's got to be packing a fucking hog.
Yeah, they gotta have.
Or all the steroids. He might be like a female now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible he might have an innie. Yeah, if I'm gonna go with the bunch, I'm thinking Jorge's got the biggest hog. That's what I'm going with. Jorge Hoghay.
Yeah, well, I'd say he would have the best chance of beating all like the other three. So beating both the Diaz brothers and Conor.
Okay.
If you throw the other ones, like if they all were to do a round robin and fight each other, he would have the most wins. I would have to. I would presume.
We're gonna do the tournament. You got Conor versus Nick. You have Jorge versus Nate 2. Okay. Who wins Jorge Nate 2?
Jorge.
Okay, Jorge wins. Now you have Conor Nick. Who wins that one?
I think Nick bitch slaps Conor and knocks him out.
Okay. And then you have those fighting. You're saying Jorge would beat Nick, so Jorge would take the Diaz brothers, both.
I think that one would go the length and probably be a decision because if the Diaz brothers weren't brothers and they fought each other, Nick is definitely the freshest when it comes to he's had so long off. His head's probably going to be in a better spot and he can take bigger hits and be fine.
Okay. Now, what if Kevin Lee jumped into the mix since he's in the chat? What if we threw him in there?
Oh, Kevin Lee?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that guy.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, and then also just a shout out to all the cool people and join the MMA-Holes Patreon. Greg's mom needs some fame. Sure. We're working on that OnlyFans. It will be there one day. Greg, I'm sorry if you're listening, but fuck you too.
Wow. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Shots fired.
Peace.
Look at that. Going after Greg.
Can we turn your fan off?
Why?
It's freezing.
Freezing? I'm sweating my nads off. Who do you think wins that tournament? Conor, Nick, right?
Or the fan?
Jorge. Why do you got to turn my fan off, man? Why are you not a fan?
Blowing everything over here.
Just listen, we have
We're readjusted, so it's
29 minutes left. Just deal with it. What do you think? Because I'm going to melt. We live in a desert. Jorge Masvidal versus Nate 2. Conor versus Nick. We have a 4-man tournament.
Jorge wins. Conor wins. And then
Jorge versus Conor. Who wins?
Conor wins.
Wow. So Conor beats Jorge, takes the 4-man tournament. Interesting. 516-522-0267. Did Conor tweet anything? Hold on.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, it's John Savage.
What up, Drunk?
Not much. First, fucking that Michel Pereira guy. I don't know. People need to chill on him. First off, who is he fucking beat? I think he's just another fucking MVP. I don't think he's gonna get the title anytime soon. You know, he's got 11 fucking losses on his fucking record. I mean, name one champion that has like a record like that. Everybody's like only a couple losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of fights, huh? 24-11. He's been doing this for a little bit, and he's still young. He's, 26 years old. You're right. If he was in Bellator, he'd be their guy. Like, he'd be their number one in Bellator, for sure. But, yeah, I can't jump on the train where championship. I mean, people are like, let's go, championship stuff. Would I like to see him fight a guy like Jorge Masvidal? Yeah, just because it would be a circus. But right now, let's let him win a couple of fights against some real names.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. He's a fun fighter, but I don't know about him. I think fucking Marty fucking would take him down, fucking rape him.
Yeah, I concur. Jess, what do you think?
I concur.
She concurs.
Fucking Nick Diaz finally coming back. He looks in fucking pretty good shape. I think he can make 155.
You think so, huh? 155.
Oh, they said he was like 175, 165.
Jess, I don't know, man. I think 170 would be kind of pushing it. I think 170 would be it. Jess, what do you think? You think he hits 155?
By the way, if your little thing works, your little like 4-way thing, then Conor would be fighting. He would go up again because Conor's been looking at going at 155. I don't think he's going to do that.
Conor fighting at 170 protects him at 155. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of...
Yeah, but he's not going to... He wants 155.
He fought Cowboy 170.
Yeah, he wants... Yeah.
But you're missing the point. So Conor wants to stay relevant for that rematch against Khabib, right? That's what he wants.
At 155.
Right? Yeah, 155. So if he keeps taking fights at 170, he could go right into the mix at 155 again. It's like a stupid loophole, if you think about it. It doesn't make sense. But that's probably the theory here. So that's why him fighting Nick would be a smart move, I think, at least. Back to Drunk.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking good fight. Him and Nick. The fucking trash talk alone, dude, that would be fucking... Oh, shit.
The crazy part about it is there is not a peep from Conor at all about any of this stuff. We're just throwing him in the mix saying it makes sense, and he hasn't said a goddamn word. So what do you think that's about?
Give him a few days.
What do you think, Jess? What do you think that's about? Like, Conor hasn't said a goddamn thing.
Well, I mean, he's... What does he have to say? He doesn't have to come back. He doesn't have to say anything, really.
So you think he's just sitting pretty waiting for
Honestly,
Khabib?
He could be sitting pretty waiting for the UFC to come to him and say, listen, we'll give you this much money. He doesn't have to say anything.
So you think he's indeed retired?
Yeah, I think he's done.
Okay, so now let's go back to Nick, which is the story here. Then what do we do with Nick?
What about Luque versus Nick?
Ooh, that would be fun. I think Luque would take his soul. I honestly think Vicente Luque.
They're going to want to give Nick someone who Nick has a chance, some semblance of a chance since he's been on the shelf for so long. And I agree. I think Luque would maul him.
Luque looks great now.
I don't know. Fucking Wonder Boy. There's a fight there.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is Wonder? And what's going on with Wonder Boy? Is he gonna fight Leon?
Yeah, he's fighting. Yeah. Leon Edwards.
Switch up your power.
Is that confirmed or is that just speculation? I don't know.
I think it's confirmed. I'm not sure if it's signed yet.
Sorry, Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's interrupting you, Drunk. I apologize.
Yeah, I think it's for November.
Okay, November. Jess, can you double check? I'm curious. That's a decent fight. Leon versus Wonder Boy. That'd be a fun one to watch. I hope that does indeed happen. Anything else going on in the Savage world?
You see what Nate Diaz said on Twitter? to Jorge?
No. What do you say? Hold on. I'll take a peek. What do you? Hold on. I'll look.
On Reddit, it says it's in November, but that's Reddit.
So it's not confirmed. Okay.
Sully says Stephen Thompson will fight Leon Edwards in a 5-round main event in November.
So it's speculation, but it's not.
Memory
not done.
Sports.
Yeah. So look at this. What did Nate say over here?
You got fucked up in the back for acting like you were tight. This fight shit is the same everywhere, in or out of the cage. Don't get punked ever. That goes for Khabib also. You guys are in last place now. LOL.
And this was a Leon Edwards thing? So when Leon Edwards was talking about Jorge, Nate chimed in? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. It's a little cringe, I think. That's a little cringe move by Nate, no?
You gotta love Nate. Even though he fucking got his ass kicked, he comes back and still talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what he's trying to say there. Like, what is he? Can anyone translate this? You got back like
gangster shit, motherfucker.
That's why the same in the hours of the cage. I'm the punk ever. I go to Khabib also. You have that punk now. LOL.
Do you think he actually laughed after that comment?
Nah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That fight's not confirmed. So do you think that? See, I don't. After seeing that, do you think Nick swoops in and takes the fight?
I think if he loses to Masvidal, yeah, Nate's gonna go for that BMF title.
So you think Nick will just wait for see the outcome of that and then jump in and see what's up?
Man, he might take one, shake off the rust, and he'll fucking fight Jorge.
Okay.
Probably by summer.
Aight. All right. Drunk chiming in. Anything else on your mind?
Yeah. JB89, you said you don't like people promoting on other platforms. What about when we spam MMA holes in other chats?
The MMA holes are the exception. We're the greatest channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Ooh. She didn't even hesitate there, Drunk. She's right, though. We are the greatest, but still. Anyway, what else you got?
I think that's about it.
All right, Drunk. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. And stay wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. Say shout out to Greg's mom. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman.
She is.
Poor
Gangbang
Greg's
is in
mom.
a little bit.
Greg's
Nice.
mom is taking heat.
Whew. All right. Thank you, Drunk.
All right, later.
Oh,
Oh,
slap nuts.
you cut off the slap nuts.
Say it for him, Jesse.
Later, slap nuts.
Later, slap nuts. All right. We got 20 minutes left in this show. Let's get back into the news over here. We got a lot more stories to get to. Let's get back into it as we are doing a wonderful, wonderful stream tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Make sure you hit the like button. 334 watching. 133 with the likes doesn't add up. We need 150. 150 to throw the thumbs in the air like we just don't care. So like the shit out of this video. Make sure you're subscribed. And let's get back into the news. Da, da, da.
According to MMA Fighting, Kamaru Usman
Wonderful.
says Colby Covington fight could be the best and possibly the worst case scenario for Tyron Woodley. So it sounds like Usman is sipping some Woodley Kool-Aid. A welterweight grudge match for the ages will headline the UFC's upcoming card on September 19th when the former teammates Covington and Woodley finally square off after spending years taking shots at each other through interviews and social media. To add to that magnitude of this fight, Covington looks to bounce back after suffering a broken jaw in his last outing against reigning welterweight king Kamaru Usman, while Woodley has dropped back-to-back fights and lopsided decisions to Usman and Gilbert Burns. Considering he spent nearly 50 minutes combined in the cage with Covington and Woodley, Usman is uniquely qualified to offer his thoughts on the matchup, especially considering the winner will take a decided step forward in the title race at 170 pounds. Usman said, "This is an intriguing fight. This is a grudge match that should have happened a long time ago. Somebody came through and kind of ruined those plans, but that fight is still happening now. That somebody was Usman after he took the title from Woodley and then finished Covington with strikes this past December. Now the one-time American top team training partners will clash with their winner taking a step forward to championship contention again, while the closer or loser will undoubtedly have to eat a huge slice of humble pie and fall even further out of the title picture. With the pressure ratcheted up for both fighters, Usman sees this as a particularly important moment for Woodley as he looks to bounce back after 2 consecutive losses in a row. If Covington hands him a 3rd straight defeat, Woodley's days as a top-ranked welterweight contender could be over. Usman also knows this isn't an easy fight for Woodley by any means. Woodley faced an uphill battle during his fight with Usman as he was constantly fending off takedown attempts and worked from the inside the clinch. Over 5 rounds, Usman dominated Woodley in the grappling exchanges and simply outworked him for the better part of 25 minutes. Burns then followed up with a similar performance as he came after Woodley for 5 straight rounds, pressuring the former champion with an aggressive game plan that never allowed the 38-year-old veteran to catch his breath. Covington is well known for employing a similar tactic where he uses wrestling and a limitless gas tank to come after his opponents from his first second of the opening round until the referee or the final horn stops the fight. That said, Usman believes that Woodley has a particular skill set that could also give Covington a lot of problems if he's not ready to deal with the former champion's ability to dish out punishment to left-handed fighters.
All right, so this fight that's coming up is fascinating. I wish it would have happened before the Tyron Woodley skid, when everyone was like going in the upright direction. Now we got Colby coming off of his loss to Marty, and you got Tyron, the 2-fight losing streak. I wish that we could have seen this when Tyron was kind of, in the mix, or even when Tyron was the champion. But now we see a Tyron Woodley that could be a whole different animal. We see a Tyron Woodley that it looks like he's got Jorge helping him out, giving him some inside track on the Colby Covington situation. But I'm still watching his like YouTube channel and everything's going on behind the scenes. He's still doing this stuff. He's still in movies. He's still got other things going on.
Yeah, he doesn't get anymore.
And I feel movie star, well, not really star. That's kind of generous.
Movie star attempt.
Movie extra Tyron, rapper Tyron is just not champion Tyron. So I still have to go with Colby Covington. I was all Tyron Woodley before any of this stuff was going down. I said Tyron's going to beat Colby. Tyron's going to beat Colby. At this state, after seeing Tyron compete in that obstacle course and just get demolished by a school teacher, it's just not the same guy.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I'm going to go Colby Covington on this one.
Man,
it's just easy to pick Covington.
We're almost at the point, and I see someone puts Robbie Lawler in there. Might want to rematch that fight. Both guys are nosediving. They fought already. Run that fight back. That might be more competitive. I think Colby's going to run through him.
I don't know if he's going to run through him. I think Woodley's definitely going to give a run for his money.
Man, Colby's going to outstrike him. He's going to he's going to play all over. He's going to taunt Tyron.
Woodley's no scrub, Woodley's a former champion, for God's sake.
He is.
This guy's going to put up a hell of a fight. I just think that Covington's probably going to outwork him.
You know who else is a former champion? Robbie Lawler. And look what the hell happened to that guy.
But Robbie Lawler, I feel, is a different kind of story, I think. I think Tyron Woodley just has his sights set on other occupations, and that's what's distracting him.
I would like to see Tyron get the job done. I really would. I would like to see him shut Colby Covington up. I think that would be a fun outcome in this case. Because I look at it this way. Colby Covington, even if he loses, he's still fun to watch. If Tyron Woodley loses this fight and goes on a 3-fight losing streak and loses to Colby Covington, sayonara. That's it. It's over. So I think that there's more at stake for a Tyron Woodley, so I would like to see Tyron win this fight. I just don't think that's going to happen. Let's see what the chat says as we get their opinion. Aiden
says, I think Colby will be reckless and get KO'd by an overhand right. T-Wood can sure rap, says Shoe Nice. Conrad says, I think Lawler and Woodley need to go up to 185. Old fighters have a better end of their careers, not cutting much weight. No Life Gaming says Woodley doesn't have the fights in him like hungry fighters have. It's just him trying to convince himself he does.
It didn't work out for Chris Weidman.
Live Analytics says steroids is responsible for all of these old fighters fighting too long. One Bat says he has a penis stuck up his ass.
Whoa.
Art Dave says, I'd rather see Covington win. Woodley whines too much.
But hear me out. Hear me out real quick. I understand why people want to pick Covington because Tyron Woodley is annoying. I'm with you. He is an annoying individual. But if Tyron Woodley loses this fight
during a pandemic.
Forgot to add, what do you think about Nick versus Colby? The trash talk would be great, and with their cardio it could definitely go all 5 rounds. I think it might end up going on the feet the whole time, but Colby's wrestling would be a problem for Diaz.
Yeah, 100%.
I would think Colby would win that fight too. I mean, we don't know what to expect with Diaz. And when was the last time we've seen something good out of him?
Yeah, Colby would trash him.
Yeah.
He would destroy him.
But,
both verbally and in the cage.
Yeah, Nick on the mic right now, he can't even put a sentence together that makes sense. So
yeah,
I don't know that the lead up would be interesting, but we won't know what the hell he's talking about. So I don't know. I honestly think that, like I said, I keep going back to that Conor fight. I think that just makes total sense. Or if he fights Jorge, like if he defends his brother's honor and fights Jorge Masvidal, that's great. That's the best fight, really. Nick versus Jorge. I wanted that to be his return fight. But I don't think he would take that away from his brother. The rematch, I don't think he'll do. Well, maybe he will. Who knows? Anyway, let's move on. We got a lot of stories. Well, a couple of stories left.
One-time UFC title challenger Ricardo Lamas officially retires, Moss.
Wow, look at the rack on Ricardo.
Yeah.
Guy needs a bra.
According to MMA Fighting, Lamas is 38 years old, announced the news Monday on MMA Junkie Radio and later confirmed it to MMA Fighting. He leaves the sport with a 20-8 professional record and 11-6 run in the UFC. That includes wins over Charles Oliveira, Diego Sanchez, and Cub Swanson. The decision comes less than 2 weeks after Lamas outworked Bill Algeo over 3 rounds at UFC Vegas 8 to earn a unanimous decision. In his 17th Octagon appearance, he returned to the win column after suffering a broken jaw and a knockout loss to Calvin Kattar at UFC 238. Lamas indicated he was considering retirement after his win over Algeo. He said he would consult with friends and family before making the official decision. Lamas told MMA Junkie Radio that prior to the Algeo fight, he had resolved to retire after returning to the win column. In the day leading up to the UFC Vegas 8, he solidified his decision as a tribute to his late brother.
Well, that was nice. I mean, that was a tough fight he was in, his last one. And to see Ricardo go, listen, it sucks to see any fighter retire. You don't want to see it. But Ricardo Lamas, let's be honest, he wasn't active enough for me to even give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he had some really not legendary, very good fights.
He's a name you're going to remember. It's not like he was a scrub.
This is what I remember Ricardo Lamas. I remember he was in the mix when we were talking about champions at 145. And he was calling out Conor and doing all those things. And, people thought that he can be a legit, contender. And it just all fell apart. But anytime the big fight happened, he just couldn't really get it done. So that's what he's going to be known for, unfortunately. But seems like a nice guy, and hopefully he has a good career. Maybe he'll become a commentator like the other guys. Maybe.
According to Bloody Elbow, Stipe Miocic believes he deserves to fight Brock Lesnar first if Lesnar returns to the UFC.
It's kind of funny how everything went around, right? It slipped away from Daniel, and now he's calling all the shots. Good for Stipe. I'm a Daniel fan, but I guess Stipe does deserve this.
With the rumor mill swirling around wrestler superstar Brock Lesnar's current free agent status, the former UFC heavyweight champion has been linked with a sensational return to the octagon. Though Lesnar has not said anything that would indicate he is planning a return to MMA, plenty of individuals in the sport seem eager for the 43-year-old to step back in the cage. UFC President Dana White, former UFC light heavyweight champ John Jones, and Bellator MMA head Scott Coker have all gone public, stating their desires to see Lesnar back in action. However, there's one man who believes that if Lesnar does come back to MMA, and especially the UFC, he deserves to get back the first crack at him. Reigning UFC heavyweight champ Stipe Miocic. Miocic recently appeared on the former UFC middleweight champ Michael Bisping's podcast, where he discussed a potential matchup with Mayfield, Saskatchewan resident. Saskatchewan. Yeah. With the show's host, Miocic claimed because of his position as UFC champion, he should get first dibs on a fight with Lesnar. Give Stipe a big money, crazy fight. He mumbles his way into these things. You don't know what the hell he's talking about, but his resume speaks for itself. The guy deserves to get paid. Family man, firefighter. Give him Brock. Give him John Jones. Not Brock. Don't give him Brock. Give him John Jones. Stop it. Stop with the Brock. You know what? Forget it. Get out of here, Brock. I want John Jones.
Super chat.
Roberto.
Appreciate the hate.
Appreciate the hate. Who's
Nobody's hating?
Or maybe in the chat. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate that. Next time, Roberto, when you call us, we want you to write down what you're going to say, because we don't want any stuttering or mumbling, or we don't want the show on the background. We want you to get to the point. But thank you, man. Appreciate that.
We already talked about this a little bit, but William Knight is on UFC 253.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that. Wednesday night, we'll have the Nightmare on. And by the way, 6 away. 6 away.
Chopping door
150.
pandemic.
Let's go, people. Hit the like button.
Also JBH, come on, if Gaethje takes that head kick without the shin guard, he's definitely going down. Khabib Eagle Bear smash him. One bad got his cheeks clapped by Greg's mom.
What do you think about that, Jesse?
Ow! I don't know what you're smoking, drunk.
2 more likes. 2 more likes, Jesse. 2 more likes! Come on, people! We want to do it. You want to do it, Jesse? How your thumbs feeling?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Come on, people! Let's go, baby! 150 in the box! Let's beat it up!
150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. Open up your bra, show your tits 7%, yeah. MMA show with the holes and the mohawk hair. JBH with the news you really can't compare. Throw your thumbs in the air. Throw your thumbs in the air. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. The dislikes can listen to Tyron Woodley rap.
Oh, wow. The people did it. The people did it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, God. Thank you very much, people, for the 150 likes. Every 150 likes, we throw them up like we don't care. Woo! How'd that feel, Jesse?
Wonderful, wonderful. Whoa.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I don't know what happened there.
So, William Knight, we already discussed this on 2 different shows, but we're just so excited about it. We can't stop discussing it. He has been officially confirmed for a fight with Alexa Kimura to UFC 253, which will be taking place in Abu Dhabi. So,
love it, baby.
Yeah.
The Nightmare has confirmed he's coming on. Well, we got to talk to him tomorrow. Hopefully he doesn't flake on us because he's got to go over to Abu Dhabi. But I want to talk to him about his big Contender Series win and his second Contender Series, doing it twice. The Nightmare opening up the Adesanya versus Costa card. I am so, goddamn, we're going to be so fired up for that card just for this fight alone. And then you got Izzy.
Yes.
But there is going to be insane reactions on UFC 253. Friend of the show, William Knight. Can't wait to see him compete in Abu Dhabi. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Diego Sanchez, you're going to love this one, says he deserves credit for taking minimal damage against an explosive Michel Pereira. According to MMA Junkie, Diego Sanchez wants to let critics know that his strategy against Michel Pereira was more effective than they first thought.
Hold on a second. Mark! All you filthy animals suck.
Supper holes. Sorry I'm late. I sustained penis injury earlier from too much sex and also went cross-eyed for a few hours. Evil Bill says Colby will whip whiny Woodley's ass and send him packing.
Evil Bill, baby. You got to change your name to Evil Bill, for God's sakes. That is Evil Bill. Thank you for the donation.
Can we just talk about he sustained a penis injury?
Well, you know,
what happened?
When you're a coxman, you got to, you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes the penis injuries happen, Jess. Maybe he missed the hole, went into the side of the leg, and it bent. You ever crack your penis, boys? You ever do that? You ever crack the penis?
I've done that.
Crack the penis.
I've cracked the penis.
You ever crack your penis?
Yeah.
Where you have that weird click, and you're like, did I just break my penis?
Yeah, it's a
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Painful situation.
Anyone crack the penis? Okay, let me know in the chat. Let me see. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see. Have you ever cracked your penis? You got, boys, you know what we're talking about. The crack? You ever have that happen? Yeah, it's not supposed to happen, but like I'm not going to say like, you know, what would make that happen, but it's too small for that. You don't have to be big. I should know. You don't have to be big. All right, so no. What the fuck? Who's deleting people's comments? I don't think anyone. I don't see anyone deleting comments. Not that I see. It's a disturbing feeling. All right, at least Ling knows. Maybe the bouncing on it too hard, cracked a fat. I've ripped a condom before. I call Anthony Pettis, what? Anteater penis. Oh, penis. Anteater penis. All right. Get it? Anthony Pettis, Anteater penis. I got it. Almost. Woman on top. That's exactly what happened, Moss. Oh, see, Mark said that's what happened. So Mark knows. I feel you, Mark. That's not a good feeling. And you think, oh, shit, did I break it? You'll be all right. You'll bounce back, Mark. I have faith in your penis. All right. We're going to get into the Diego Sanchez story as we are just having a little fun on a Monday night. Thank you guys and gals for joining us. Tomorrow night we'll be reacting to the Contender Series. Yes. The Contender Series. Are you looking forward to the Contender Series? There's a man named Sweetbread.
Paiva.
Dennis Paiva that's on this. I don't know. Now, let me ask the chat. Let's see how many MMA holes been around for this.
Gotta love Paiva.
Is he? I think he's on this one. Is he? Hold on. Maybe he's not.
No, he's not.
What the fuck? When is he on?
I don't know, but he's not on this one.
Wait a second. Or did he get a call to the UFC? Wait, where's the next Contender Series? Dana White's Contender Series. Oh, shit. Maybe I'm... What week are we on? I don't even know.
I don't know, Mas.
Tomorrow is September, what, 8th? So it's not that one. So is it this one? Maybe it's next week. Where's Dennis? Oh, there he is. So the following week. This guy, Dennis Paiva. I don't know if you remember, but we did a video from CES and we had people screaming, "Sweet bread!" Well, he's getting a shot. So good luck to Sweetbread in the Contender Series, fighting a guy 11-3-0, Kyle Driscoll. So, but tomorrow night we'll be reacting to week number 6. So make sure you're subscribed and be wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, Jess, what do we got with Diego?
Okay.
Diego.
After Pereira dominated Zalima Madeev en route to a third-round submission victory in the past weekend at UFC and ESPN Plus 34, he received heavy praise, including from UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman. But it was only a few months earlier that Pereira suffered a disqualification loss to Sanchez after striking the veteran with an illegal knee. Though Pereira was en route to winning the fight on the scorecard, Sanchez wasn't physically compromised or in serious trouble at any point in the fight. Sanchez, who recently started working with School of Self-Awareness founder Joshua Fabia, has employed a different approach to fighting, using unique movement and defense that has allowed him to steer away from his usual brawling style. The unconventional methods have drawn plenty of criticism, but Sanchez, who's won 3 of his past 4, decided to take to Instagram to address the haters. He is a heavy underdog going into UFC 253 matchup with Jake Matthews, and after seeing the way he was able to handle Pereira's explosiveness, he likes his chances against the young Aussie. He said, "With all the current praise on my last opponent, I'll be the first to praise that he's the fastest, strongest, most explosive man I've ever faced."
Ooh, explosive.
I expected him to fade in the third due to the 5,500-foot altitude and extreme weight cut. He didn't up until the illegal knee to the head on the ground. I didn't have a scratch, bruise, or cut. Everything was blended, blocked, and guided away.
Oh, my God. That fight was terrible.
To minimize head trauma. Me and coach received a ton of hate after the fight. Now they have wrote me and Guru off once again. 3 weeks out from the fight island, Jake Matthews is minus 500 on the odds. We are ready to make some magic happen. This Aussie ain't no Michel Pereira. I am very relaxed and confident, ready. Tune in to UFC 253 as I flip the table on the game. It is not chess when all the pieces are on the floor.
Wait, hold on a second. Is he really that big of an underdog?
Yeah.
Whoa. Time is up. But hold on, let me see. UFC 250. So that's on the William Knight card too. Wow, William Knight's could be hanging with some interesting people. Let's see. UFC 253. Let's take a look. It's in a book. What the fuck? A UFO? The hell did I click on? All right. Adesanya versus Costa. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews should wrestle fuck him. Like, I think that's what he's going to try to do. I tell you what. I think, where's there's no odds here. He says a minus 500. I don't, am I crazy? Matthews, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He's young, too. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking Diego might be able to pull it off? But then he's got the guru guy in his corner again, so I don't know. But maybe he'll shove his finger in his ass. Maybe it's a good... You think that's a good underdog bet?
Yeah, I would put my money on Sanchez.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm with him. I believe he
such
handled
a weird
Pereira like perfectly, even though he wasn't winning the fight. The lack of damage on Sanchez and Pereira being as explosive as he is, I believe Sanchez has a little more there that Jake Matthews maybe doesn't recognize.
I got to say this, as a big underdog in the fight, it might not be a bad idea throwing some coin on Diego Sanchez in the Jake Matthews fight. We've seen Matthews
a beast.
He came from the from the Ultimate Fighter. And he was supposed to be like the next best thing. He kind of didn't pan out, but you look at his last 5 fights.
I would put money on Matthews.
Emil Meek, the unanimous decision. Ackman, unanimous. He lost to Anthony Rocco Martin. That shocked the hell out of me. I remember I picked
Sanchez
Matthews in that fight.
Is just a little more reckless too, I think. So
shit, he beat Lee too. This dude's a fucking tough dude. I tell you what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have to go Jake. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Lost to Kevin Lee, Andrew Holbrook. Oh, Kevin Lee, you beat him. You know what? I'm going to have to go with... I think I'm going to have to go with Jake. I want Diego to win. I'm going to be rooting hard for Diego. What do you... I don't know. Do you think so? I don't know, Jess.
Listen.
You still going to go with...
Probably.
Diego? Dago? All right, what do you say in the chat? Who are you going to put your money on? Diego Sanchez versus Jake Matthews.
Steve Sparks says Sanchez having a tough time on the way out. Justin Jr. says, oh, yes, there are. Looking up old schools you were in, brother. Double champ. Sun Green edibles are super strong. Be careful. You can overdose on marijuana. It's not like smoking. Steve Sparks, Diego legend, but Drunk Savage, name one. Kiwi, Matthews all day. Justin Jr., JBH, let's bet on that money where your mouth is. What bet?
I think he's trying to take the bet.
But
you're taking Diego
I said
Sanchez.
I would. I'm not making any solidified picks right now, guys. The double champ says Jake. Aiden Oliveira says I don't even know. Maybe Sanchez. Kevin says I'm coming back after this knee heals up and I'm whooping everybody. Still 10 and 155 division.
Thanks for the update, Mr. Kevin Lee. Appreciate it. He's really going with it. I got to give him credit, though. He's sticking to the cat. He's been sticking to it for a good month now, right?
Okay.
Shout out to Kevin, man. Kevin Lee.
Khamzat Chimaev versus Gerald Mearshart is official. It's not official, but it's officially in the works for September 19th. So if you guys want to keep an eye out for that one.
So it's going to be this fight, and then they said they want to turn it around if he beats the Shart. If he beats Shartface. Damian Maia is the next one. Is Khamzat the real deal? Looking at him, train with Gustafsson, I tell you what, Khamzat does look like he can throw too. I'm going to be really paying attention to this fight, along with everyone else. Everyone loves this fucking guy. All right. Anything else, Jess?
Betch Kohei is retiring. That's pretty much it. They've got a retirement fight for her. She's released this emotional statement, and yeah, she's out of here.
Betch, farewell. Isn't it crazy that they've announced a retirement fight for Betch Kohei? I never thought we would talk about, hey, this is her last dance. Like, does anyone really care?
I guess some people care. It's in the news.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Betch's ass. All right, people. Thank you for joining us. We had a wonderful, wonderful evening with you. We will be back tomorrow for the Contender Series. We do multiple shows a week. We're constantly live over here. And thank you again to, I'm going to give a quick shout out to D-Rest. D-Rest surprised the fuck out of us with that $500 bomb yesterday. Video's not here anymore, but thank you again to D-Rest for making the studio the name of the Anzalone. So shout out to D-Rest for that. Will there be ever a change again? Well, you have to tune into the MMA Holes, but thank you to everyone for hitting the likes, sharing, and all that fun stuff. All wonderful, wonderful people.
Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.
Where's the wink?
I winked
Oh,
already.
you did? Can you do it again? Hold on.
Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.
Now do the other eye.
Come on, Moss. Let's go.
No, okay, all right.